Okay, so session 10. Does anyone want to do the recap?
Flavoring things. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Okay, Chav, take it away.
I'll stop.
Come on, Chav.
Yeah, I've kind
So,
of. Well, we started off with an exhilarating encounter. Down in the sewers, where these vampire. What were they? They were not vampire spawns. They were
They were called
Wretches.
wretches. And they took me out rather swiftly, and I went to sleep on the floor. While the rest of them were obliterated, while they were vomiting blood all over everybody. So everyone absolutely stinks or stunk.
is the
I-
past tense of stinking, stunk?
I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Maybe.
I think so, yeah. I should roll with it.
I'll be honest. Really, what stuck with me is the flavorings.
I
Like,
don't
I
know why
don't
that-
deserve the inspiration.
Okay. I can do the recap.
Okay.
So, after defeating the wrenches, we went to Top Gun to quote unquote claim the reward, where we very elegantly managed to convince them that all these bloods, all of the blood and wretched stench came from just rats. They believed us. I got a new dagger, and I believe everyone got some discounts. After that, we all decided to split up and then meet back up at me and Zinon's place. There was a lot of talk about flavoring and the use of other spells to just do a bunch of shenanigans. Alex, our DM, decided to just blank out at this point, so I don't think he remembers any of this. Understandably so. Once we got to our apartment, me and Zinon went to the bathroom. And meanwhile, I talked to Mr. Hans. When I emerged from my room, I was a dwarf, a female dwarf. Now, I managed to say patron in the sentence, and Zinon then had a fit, just screaming out, "What do you mean, patron?" For like 5 minutes straight. After that, the rest of the party showed up, and a very heavy drinking session for at least Zinon occurred while we were eating.
Yes.
And I believe that's where we left off.
I think I'm still cooking my T-bone.
Yes.
You're just at the
believe so.
fire going, ooh, such nice meat, while someone's having an absolute breakdown. Uh,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's
Carthus?
fine.
Carthus, you get inspiration because you were at least tempted, and so do you, Johnny. Okay.
Oh no, I don't deserve the inspiration. How
I
could
tell
bank
you
on
what
it-
you deserve.
Johnny turning into a woman. How do I even? I already have an inspiration. How do I give myself a second inspiration?
You just remember you have 2.
Okay.
I'd advise using them at some point.
Well, I mean, could I use an inspiration to turn him not into a woman?
No, that's
No.
not how that works.
Yeah. So there's not exactly a use for it currently.
This is
You know, so-
punishment.
Just sit on it.
This is the punishment.
Okay. So yeah, last session you left off inside Vauvin and Zinon's home, with Vauvin now being a female dwarf. I think slightly shorter than Rurik, I believe.
Yes.
And obviously Zinon having an absolute meltdown. He did send off a sending stone message to Father Veron, who hasn't responded just yet. You said that in common and not in your normal celestial secrecy tone. I believe you went into your room privately for that and then came back with wine. So
Privately, he fucking screamed at the top of his lungs. What do you mean, patron?
I believe
could hear
you
that.
were all discussing future endeavors, I believe.
Mhm. Yes.
So Zinon just swirls his wine glass and tries to stealthily cast Detect Evil and Good because he has no trust in anything at the moment.
Okay.
And alcohol is hitting him.
Yeah, do a sleight of. Did I make you do a Constitution saving throw? I don't think I have it in my note.
I don't think you did.
No. How many bottles of wine do you think you've gone through at this point?
2.
2? Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw for no reason in particular?
Constitution saving throw. So that's 19.
Okay. This wine is the cheaper kind of wine that you bought. You did get expensive wine. But you're drinking the cheap crap. It's not affecting you as much as you wish it was. When you go to do your spell, you can roll a sleight of hand check at normal.
So that's a 19 or yeah, I have 0 in sleight of hand.
So, remind me what casting good and evil does.
For the duration, you sense the location of any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. You also sense whether the hollow spell is active there, if the hollow spell is active there, and if so, where. The duration is up to 10 minutes.
Okay. I am trying to figure out what the hell the hollow spell is. Okay. Oh boy, that's a lot of text. I don't think that's necessarily needed. Okay. I don't believe you would detect any version or any form of aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend, or undead within 30 feet of yourself. You definitely. There is no. The Hallow spell isn't active either in this area. Yeah, I don't think you'll be detecting anything. Everyone sort of comes off as a regular. I think Carthus. The only thing I would say is Carthus definitely has a slight aura of something undead. It's not himself, which you can tell. It's just something that's connected with him that's undead.
So it's just this musk that's undead.
You could say that, but you probably
Does it have to be a
realize
mask?
you probably realize it's probably something trying to connect with him. He's not undead himself, obviously. But he's definitely something's trying to connect with him that's undead in some form.
Oh, Carthus. What was your proficiency before we picked you up again?
I'm a blood hunter. I just I worked in we had a group with kind of scattered around the world as of right now, but we would just hunt monsters and do odd jobs for people, helping where we needed.
Okay. So, do you have any connections to any outerworldly deities or the Fae, for that matter?
Yes, far, far in my past, there are definitely things that I would rather not speak of. I am happy to have overcome them. But I definitely had a quite close connection with darker forces.
Because the trust I had to my flatmate has now been deteriorating at a rapid pace. I tried to detect evil and good, and you are the only one giving off any aura of
Bad vibes.
this spell.
Carthus, when you were just speaking about your past deeds and not wanting to speak about it, you hear the same voice that you heard earlier in the
Yep.
sewers. And it comes at you again. It's a chorus of many sounds, many different voices, none of which are syncing up. And you hear in the back of your head, "You do not have to speak it. We were there." Carry on.
Yes. Well, admittedly, recently there have been some odd happenings in my head, I suppose. Would be the best way to put it. Especially when we were transporting the wagon to BlackWood, and I had, I suppose, a near-death experience. Would you call it? I've been hearing things, and I know that's never a good sign, but I've dealt with worse. And if the voices try and do anything, I'll kill them.
Well, what
Don't worry
do the
about it.
voices say?
It's a cacophony. I can never decipher really
Okay, so like
what they're
whispers.
much
So-
louder than whispers, but still
Oh.
hard to discern.
Is your brain haunted?
Is my brain haunted?
It
That-
does now sound haunted. Let me just tell you that.
Well, it might be.
You shut up. We don't need you.
His head just pokes above the table.
What do you mean, dear
My-
brother?
My mind haunted. Well, I don't think. Well, whatever it may be that you are detecting has likely been with me for a long time, but I've only just started realizing it. I don't think any of the wretches are responsible for whatever is going on here, but it might be my proximity to something greater that is eliciting this reaction from me. So I understand your concern, and I would like to look into it a little more, but my knowledge on this subject is not exactly vast. The inner
So
workings
are the
of
voices constant or only every once in a while?
occasional. They come and go, and I can't particularly pinpoint a time or something that I would be doing that correlates with when they appear. It seems, at least for now, random, but
Mm.
maybe I'll detect a pattern. But all I can say is that they're telling me about a group of, I don't want to say people, but they are referring to something as they, and are telling me that can't reach them. I don't know.
But the next time you hear the voices, Zinon takes a big swig of wine and then slams the cup down. Give us a hint, and we'll open your head and get them out.
Have I really broken you that much, brother?
You know, dark voices in my mind and turning into a woman. I don't feel that they have a similar. I don't really think that they're related in any sort of way. In fact, though, do you feel okay? By the way,
No,
Who,
I
me?
mean,
yes,
surely we should be able to visit some kind of
you're
temple.
you're
Maybe they
you're a
can exercise this thing.
you're a dwarven woman. Is that the only effect of whatever's happened to you here? You're fine, other than the fact that you are now short and female, right?
Well, as far as I can tell, there's no. I'm not coughing blood, so as far as I can tell, this is all.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine.
your concern is misplaced. I think, if anything, my schizophrenic episodes are probably a lot
The
more
least of our worries.
a lot more of a problem. But as far as I can tell, they're just annoying voices in the back of my mind. I don't care for the source. If I find it, I will kill it. But they can't control me. Not as far as I can tell.
Remind me again what they said.
It's nonsense about they cannot be reached. They won't thank me. But they are not what they are talking about. They refer to themselves as we. I don't know. You know,
Well,
it's
I only ask because in the tunnels, I very briefly and very unclearly I did hear voices, and it very briefly talked about we cannot reach.
so I'm not the only one. What?
Well,
You're not
I mean, I
detecting
haven't
anything
heard
on
them
Sedna, are you?
since. Well, I haven't heard anything since, but I don't know why exactly then, but maybe my magic somehow detected it. I don't.
You know,
It was not. It was very broken up.
if I can be frank with you all here, and I can be, I can speak freely without judgment. Maybe.
no promises.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I spent a long time in prison, and maybe that contributed to my mental state. I think I'm relatively stable. Definitely compared to how I used to act. But maybe it's just some residual, uh, stir craziness from back then.
I
Like
mean,
maybe it's nothing to be worried about.
With Xenon, with your detect good and evil, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 14.
Okay. I will also say, just looking at my notes, there is a very tiny hint of celestial magic coming from Sedna as well. But it's very, very faint.
So, do we have any other confessions about celestial or higher power connections? Anyone? I know this guy points to Rurik with his tomahawk. This guy tended to the dead, so I assume he is somehow connected to some deity.
Oh, well, yeah. My aim was to become a priest when I was done with my apprenticeship. So I would hope there is some connection there. Otherwise, this job would be futile, I would say.
On the off chance that perhaps you should be worrying about the voices in my head. I know that sounds very
Well,
stupid.
at the moment, I'm not
Yes.
very worried about the voices in your head. I'm very worried about that, pointing to Zinon, or pointing to Wauvin.
I'm just gonna sit
Yeah, that
there and
is-
just 2 thumbs up, like hell yeah.
That is
I
a bit
really-
more direct.
I really must question, like, maybe you're... Like, I'm not too concerned about myself, but I certainly am not concerned about him. I mean, I'm not concerned about her. She seems in good spirits.
I'm just
I think
sitting
it's
there
more
with my
so-
feet up, just drinking wine.
Like, you know... I mean, have you not seen someone be polymorph before? You turn into a sheep or something of the like? Maybe it's just a practical joke.
I think it's more the question of who did that. Considering that seems to be some very strong magic to polymorph someone like that for. Like, it's been over an hour, and
Powerful, powerful magic. Someone that we may need on our side against these vampires.
Carthus, you again hear that chorus of voices, disjointed, never syncing up. When you're talking about Wauvin, that one is being unmade and remade by something that finds the process entertaining. We have seen things done to mortal souls, especially by you, but we have not seen one done with such enjoyment.
Well, they came back. Right there.
So, Zinon stands up. So we're finding them, or
What did you say you were going to do? Remind me?
we need to let them out.
Listen.
As I grab for my sword.
Hold on, hold on.
No, hold on. Did
Let's
they
make
have
sure we
something
do it
to
over the
say?
basin. I wouldn't want to get blood all over your floor.
wait, what are you doing?
I was under the impression that my skull was going to be rendered open so you could have a peek inside and really get at those voices. No.
I don't think so.
Uh,
Alex, just
They were
to-
talking about.
Hold on, go, Sedna.
I was just gonna ask. I don't sense anything this time, right? Because before I know, I heard vaguely, but I don't sense anything this time.
For future reference, I would say every time Carthus hears a voice like that, and you're in the proximity near him, about in 30 feet, the further you are, the quieter the voices are for you. The closer you are, the easier it is to hear them.
Okay, so
would
I
say-
can kind of almost hear the voices.
Yeah, I would say you probably understand those sentences. I haven't got things that are cut up for you, so I'm just gonna say you understand all of them.
I actually. Okay, so were the voices? So the voices were screaming at you again.
Mhm, and you hear them on both occasions.
yes.
And for future reference, you will be like that.
Can I telepathic speech to Carthus?
I will also mention that nobody else will hear these voices, so it is just for Sedna and it is just for Carthus.
We're just seeing both of them like light up. Like, what the fuck did he just say?
Well, I imagine for Sid, I could kind of tell it's coming to more like it's unclear for me.
Again, it's the same thing as Carthus is hearing. It's a symphony of voices that are never syncing up. They are a mash of female voices, male voices, dwarven, elvish. There's a couple of like abyssal tones in there, and sort of infernal
I've only noticed
tunes.
it when Carthus is in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what were you talking about? Head splitting open? What was that?
Don't worry about it. This time they spoke of Wauvin.
Oh, what did
Okay,
they say about me?
They said that you're being unmade and remade by something. It seems whatever gave you this form has taken a lot of joy in it.
They must be
From
imagining things.
they can tell me. What? I mean, you're trying to tell me that. I mean, I feel okay. Maybe. Well, you see, I'm sure it's a extremely powerful being that doesn't isn't confined by mortal rules, but surely it still finds turning people into women funny, right?
Rurik, can you roll me a survival check?
Ah, yeah. Oh boy. This is getting good. Let's see. Survival. Bottom. All right, 22.
Your T-bone is perfectly cooked and ready to eat.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Priorities.
I bring it to the table and say that, hey, let's enjoy this delicious meal.
Yes, the voices seem to be referring to some of the things I did that landed me in a correctional facility. And they were saying how, in ways that it's similar to what's being done to you. But whatever's doing it is enjoying it. It's gleefully
I don't know if we should
taking.
trust the voices in your head. They don't seem like a trustworthy source.
I agree.
Oh
with
no,
that.
I was absolutely ready to jump off a cliff if they told me to.
Why would you
Of
do
course
that?
we shouldn't. No, of course we shouldn't trust the voices in the back of my head that are
Okay.
speaking and whispering to me. I mean, come on.
Have you taken any substances as of lately?
You know he has. He was eating that mushroom not
That
too
is
long
very
ago.
true. I think this is just, I do believe that this is just a side effect of that mushroom.
I don't think it is, because when you said the whole thing about Carthus earlier, I think I once again heard a little bit of that.
Well, you were in the sewer as well. Who's to say that
I
it's
didn't
not
eat any mushrooms, though.
No, but it's probably airborne. So eventually we'll all probably hear it.
What?
I
I don't want to hear no voices in my head. I'm completely sane.
For now.
And also, just to clarify, I have a pretty good guess what would be letting me hear the voices, or should I make an Arcana check?
I mean, I told you before that
Yeah.
your whole wrist, your relic,
Yeah.
the stone, all there.
The
You
thing.
have a good idea what's connecting you with that at the very least.
Hmm.
The thing.
Okay. Yeah, the thing.
Well,
Dusting.
I agree that we should not trust the voices in my head, but I do believe that they're correct about one thing, and that is whatever is going on with you is probably nefarious. Maybe
I've-
they'll turn you into a gnome next.
Huh?
Then you'll be even shorter. Can you imagine?
I could fit into
And-
all sorts of crevices.
You know, there's
Never
just
say
a
that
spell
to
for that.
never say that in my D&D table again.
What, the gnome part or crevice?
Crevices.
Blah, Well, anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. So, I think we should leave this till the morning, and then what are we supposed to do after that? Oh yeah, we're supposed to rob a place. Oh no.
You
I
sure
can
need
use
some
the-
food first. Take a bite of this. It's for everyone.
I'll try out my female charm while we're doing it.
I will take a small bit of a steak, and eat it, and then probably leave.
I'm also gonna grab some of the meat if it's offered to me.
I mean, he put it on the table.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm the least worried about your transformation at this point.
I'm just gonna grab like a handful and start eating
Man
it.
came in with T-bone steak, cooked T-bone steak, put it on table, started eating. That's all he's done.
Yeah.
Fucking Carthus just amazed that there is a female dwarf in his presence. Realizes it's Wauvin. Oh fuck.
So, to address this, before everyone leaves, can you please explain what you meant by your patron is playing a trick on you?
That was just a mismatch of words. Nothing else.
Wait, he said patron?
I'm gonna roll a persuasion check.
Wouldn't that be?
And not
wouldn't,
only that, but there was something about enjoyment, wasn't there, Carthus? I think
That is a
I see a connection here.
23. That's a 23 for persuasion for me just telling you that was just a misspoken word.
Yeah, I'm rolling inside.
Yeah. Fucking go for it.
Sedna also rolls inside and doesn't do very well. Because I have nothing.
So I got a natural 20 for a 22 on inside.
So I still beat. I had 23.
Okay. I will
Oh,
say
God.
there are no critical successes with ability checks. So I would say you have the understandment with a 22 that there is definitely something not adding up. You're not too sure if he's telling the truth or lying. It's a very hard tell. He seems you don't know what his tell is right now because he is in a different form. So you're not too sure facial expressions and reading it. It's a different face.
Man, I love shiny math rocks.
So,
But in
what
regards
were you
to,
meant to say?
oh, it was just me, God.
And which one would that be?
Now you're prying a hell of a lot, brother. Who I'm praying to in the evening shouldn't be none of your concern. I understand it is becoming your concern. I do understand that, me dear brother, but that's a little private. We can discuss it once the rest of the friends have gone, but we should discuss the robbery that needs to occur.
Like, Zinon twitches as he says robbery again. Like,
I mean, just to remind you all, you do know that you said you wanted to speak to Creed again.
yeah.
You not Creed, Carthus, Mr. Foss, your boss, as well as you wanted to determine the robbery as well.
Well, let's not call it robbery. Let's call it reacquiring our possessions.
Sounds like robbery
Hey.
to me.
I mean, we did give it willingly, though.
Yeah, but I mean that if our boss now wants it, I reckon we should at least give it a try and go get it.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We all go to
We
jail.
got caught and imprisoned, maybe executed.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
a
sure.
risk I'm
Let's go
willing-
for the execution.
But I mean, what's the worst that can really happen? We get caught and then we just lie our way out of it. I don't
Zinon,
think
do you
that's
think
gonna be
you'd
an
have
issue.
your sending stone on you?
Yeah.
Your sending stone buzzes, I guess, as you receive a message from Father Veron.
I don't give a shit at this point, so I just flip out the sending stone and receive the message at the table.
Okay, well, I mean, sending stones don't have speakerphones on them, so you're still only receiving the message yourself.
Yeah. Like, I'm very openly taking that
Um,
message.
you hear Father Vaon's voice come through, saying, "This is a concerning matter. Do not let Wauvin out of your sight. We will look into this patron matter ourselves. Stay close to him and report anything further immediately."
So I put down the sending stone. So
Only you hear the message.
given your form, I would like to make sure that you are okay, but I do not want to share a bedroom with you.
What do you mean we don't share a bed? 2 separate beds.
My devotion is to your protection,
Aye.
but
And I'm here, am I not?
I'm not sure how to make sense of this. Just as very animated arms, like throwing his arms towards Wauvin. How are we handling this?
Well, I think just see how long it lasts and take it from there. I got no clue, honestly.
Jesus.
Could it be
Christ.
over tomorrow, or could it be over in a month? Well, is this your permanent form, or
So, as far as I know, it's not permanent. But
Did you
wasn't
say
given.
last time?
I wasn't given no specific time, if you know what I mean.
I thought there was a specific time given, or was that out of character?
There is. I'm just not telling him.
It's just out of character.
Okay, good to know.
I've also marked it, and I have realized that it also coincides with something else entirely, which is Jesus Christ. How did I do this?
oh no?
Oh yes. So out of character knowledge for you, Valvin, which you would know anyway in character as well.
Mhm.
In 6 days' time, it's also Seraphina's coronation.
Mhm.
So you should turn back to your regular form on the 22nd of October.
Sedna would know of the existence of the spell polymorph and probably some details about it, right?
Yeah.
Can I assume that we're not make an Arcana check?
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I just want to see like how much I might know about some of this. 23.
23.
Like if
I
I, could
mean,
guess like exactly how he's been transformed and how long it might take for him to turn back.
Okay. You know about the polymorph spell. You know about it quite well. People tend to use polymorph for a variety of different reasons. This could be one of them. You're unsure if this is one of those times where he's been used, like polymorph has been used. You wouldn't know when he turns back. Presumably, if this is polymorph, it's however long the spell lasts for, which I think is not long.
It's like it's an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would assume that if it's the polymorph polymorph spell. Sorry, I got flavoring
Smells.
on my tongue.
I'm a smell caster.
It would
Spellcaster.
it would be done within the hour. And even it's the same goes for even like if it was true polymorph as well. So
Well, if it's true polymorph, it may be permanent. Especially if we haven't interrupted it with it.
Once again, I don't know.
Well,
We'll see. I mean,
Good.
what's the worst that can happen?
well, I guess you could just remade a female dwarf.
I'll find a way around it.
Well, all right then. Do we want to plan this robbery theft tonight, or Do we want to?
Maybe we should talk to our employer first and just see if he maybe has a plan for it. He
I
might
believe
have
last
more
time he
info.
just told us to steal it and was kind of mad at us.
Aye, now that is true.
We have some other information which might be useful to him, though. About
Yeah,
the
I think we do
vampires,
have.
for example.
Yeah, and I also think you have one of their heads.
Yeah, that as well.
And a heart.
Just a tiny detail, just a heart as well, you know.
Well, I think we were possibly considering just talking to them diplomatically to start off with, but
I mean, that could work. You never know, honestly.
we
Shall
could,
we
you
do
know,
that first in the morning then? Try to. Maybe you should try to. Well, actually, I don't see how that would work because you have not changed, so we would have Zinon going there, I suppose.
I do believe that it would be better if Zinon went there, regardless, because that fucker doesn't like me, even in my, well, Shadra form. I don't know why.
Maybe
Currently,
he
I
would like
don't
you
like
better
you in
as a
this
dwarf.
form.
Such hostility.
Well, if he is the same, does it matter what he looks like? That's my question.
It's just my appearance that's changed.
I think it might be more his
Wasn't it?
your personality you had a problem with.
I'm starting to believe that as well.
I don't think much will change. Well, then it sounds like we should wait till morning to meet at the
Aye.
inn, I suppose, since that's closer to the sanctuary office than anyway.
Let us do that. So in the morning we shall meet up and get going with it.
All right then.
Right, sounds like a great plan.
Well, bye everyone. Don't get polymorphed. Anyone else?
I'll take care.
I'll try to avoid getting turned into dwarf.
Good. I was about to say.
So what was your group plan for the next day? Your plan is to go to the sanctuary first, or is it go to Carter?
Just meet up at the inn and then do either of those probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your plan is to meet up tomorrow morning to make a plan.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Jesus
The plan is
Christ.
to put off making a plan.
given the circumstances.
Okay, cool. So who's
Maybe
currently...
someone is a bit closer to, accepting
Murdering
the
someone.
situation, or that.
I mean, out of character, I think going straight for a robbery is the best idea. But Sedna is diplomatic, so that's out of character. That's in character. What I'm always going to push for
Mhm.
is diplomacy.
Okay, so are three of you heading off back to the inn? Because that would be Carthus, Rurik, and Sedna.
Yes.
Okay. And Zinon and Vauvin, you are resting at home, presumably.
I presume. I don't think I'm going to be
Yeah.
resting much. I think I'm about to be interrogated. Again.
Okay. So with the other three leaving, and it's getting on at night now. It's getting dark outside, or has been dark outside for a while. For you, Zinon, you were obviously told to keep an eye on him. How are you planning on keeping an eye on him?
Haven't got that far. But
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to think of a plan, but I'm not sure how this is going to work out.
Drill a hole into my bedroom just so you can spy on me.
With what drill, man?
A knife or a sword, just slowly but surely.
Yeah, I'm gonna hack at the wall until I have a peeping hole into the room of my now opposite gender flatmate.
Very nice.
Sounds really bad when you say it like that.
Yeah, that's quite bad. I mean, I'm god of this world, and I spy on you guys all the time, but this is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's real bad, brother. It's real bad.
Oh man.
Did you want to interrogate him further?
Yes.
Okay.
Stupid fucking question.
So, with everybody leaving, I would presume Valvin goes back to his room, and quickly tries to keep himself a distance away from his brother Zinon, presumably, unless you would do otherwise.
I imagine I would do something along those lines. Yes,
Okay.
just try to like kind of like back off.
So what I think will happen is you tag in with the group of 3 people leaving the room, leaving the kitchen. You sort of tag along, and you stick either behind Rurik or in front of Rurik, so that Zinon doesn't see you leave. And you do it successfully because Zinon is drinking lots of alcohol. Whilst when everyone has left, Zinon, you start talking to yourself, thinking that Valvin is still in the room, until you realize that you give him a question and he does not respond. You are currently on your own, with Valvin obviously being in his room, but you don't know exactly where he is.
Okay, where did everyone go?
Well, 3 of
So
them went to go bed in the inn, so 3 of them's left for that, and Valvin's also disappeared.
So I find the dog.
Yep.
So Salgama, did you get a glimpse of where Wauvin went? I
Uh,
fully expect an answer from the dog at this point.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Where the fucking dwarf go?
17.
Okay. I would say you're getting slightly tipsy. The dog does not respond as you expect it to. But Saugama lifts her head up, looks at you. In your drunken kind of ish state, it seems like she's trying to understand your words, and then you just stop talking, and she just lays her head back down.
Okay. So I interpret this as Salgama told me that Vauvin went to bed.
That's a hell of a leap, but okay, I'll deal with this
yeah,
one.
so the dog stretches his head up, looks at me. I ask the question, and the dog then looks at me after I ask the question and lays his head down and rests. So, in my drunken mind, I think fully and wholeheartedly that is what it means.
Okay.
So I slam on the door, like full fist slamming on the door. Okay, wow, then we need to talk about this.
I obviously hear this.
Yeah. You are in the room.
I'm just going to reply. Can't we do it in the morning when you're sober?
No.
Bitch, I'm so close to casting hold person on your ass. Just paralyze you. Oh god, I have a stupid idea.
Is the door unlocked?
Before you do that, I'm going to cast spider climb on myself
Oh,
and climb up in the ceiling and above the door.
I
So I'm
thought you.
like,
I thought you were
here.
going to tell me you escaped through the window.
Actually, I'm gonna open the window and spider climb over the door and just sit here.
Okay. Would you have left the door unlocked? Because the doors can lock from
Yeah.
the inside. Okay.
I would have left the door unlocked.
When you go for the handles in on you do find the door unlocked.
So I swing open the door, look in the
Mhm.
room, and then
There- There's nobody there.
just puzzled by no one being in either the chair, the bed, or by the fire or anything. So I'm like trying to recall what this oaf is able to do.
I would say with your passive perception, you'd see that the window is open.
Yeah, so the window is open. So I walk over to the window, look out the open window, and
As he
like
does this, I'm going to climb down and like out of the window and over and just sit in the chair with Salgama. Just sit here.
so I'm just like grabbing my head, like what in the I'm done with this. I can't right now. I walk out into the hallway and see him sitting by the dog. What are you doing? How did you?
Brother, you walked into the room and just went straight past me. You're clearly too drunk to have a serious conversation, so I suggest we do it tomorrow morning instead.
No.
Even the dog fluffs at you.
Who, me or Zena?
When you say he's too drunk to have an adult conversation, she fluffs.
Oh yeah. You say even Salgama agrees with me.
So the dog named Pickle agrees with you.
I
How am I considered less intelligent than a dog?
because you've had too much alcohol, brother. That's why.
So, but given the circumstances,
Aye.
which deity are you related to at this very moment?
it's just your voice at that point. uh, give me 5 seconds. Can we do the other ones while I'm finding an answer? I hadn't thought about something like that.
Okay. With the other three, you are heading back to the inn. I would assume as a group.
I imagine.
If you wanted to discuss anything while you were traveling, now would be the appropriate time. Probably.
I feel like we just did a bunch of discussion.
Give me time.
Role playing and my role playing game.
No, I think we just had lots of discussion. I don't know. Sedna doesn't have anything to say.
Does Carthus? Does Rurik?
Well, it's sure strange to see our Wauvin in a new shape. Her tint was a bit off, though.
It was quite weird. I mean, I did meet him like a couple days ago, though, so it's not.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him like this either. So this is the
Well.
first for me too. But I figured that anything can happen in these strange times.
Yeah, well, magic and everything.
Yeah, we have vampires returning. and they were supposed to be extinct. And now we have our friend shapeshifting, which is also kind of strange. Maybe it has
Well,
some kind of,
particular shift, because
connection.
that he was definitely shifted for more than an hour in most spells. So like he's not lying when he said whatever entity he serves did that to him. Very unlikely.
Must be some powerful god he is serving then.
Yes, and one that gets angry and decides to shapeshift him as evidently a form of punishment.
Right, there was something about that. Maybe it's not the greatest thing, but clearly a lot of power is in there.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that power is not used for evil. It probably is.
I don't know. We don't know why he was punished either, actually, when we think about it.
No. I don't believe he told us.
No, and also, in my opinion, he has not been doing bad stuff. He's just a bit. Well, he has been a bit odd and acting out on some things, but
Yeah. I mean, the whole
let's
room
keep
thing
an
was
eye on.
strange.
If we just let's keep observing the situation. Maybe this will just resolve itself. There must be a clear explanation behind everything.
Well, yeah, it's just a question of, if it's a good explanation or one that is more concerning and raises more questions.
Yeah, well, I guess time will tell.
Indeed.
Okay. You guys do get to the inn eventually.
We go into the inn, yes.
And we ask for a room.
Yes, you do. I will double check to see if I wrote down how much you paid last time.
Okay, like right now or in a bit? Yeah. Okay, I'll get it done in a few minutes. Okay.
I always forget how much rooms are. I should really just permanently write that down somewhere.
Just make up a number.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
Ask
it's
the
about.
tavern keeper.
Sorry.
Just ask the tavern keeper.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'd say it's probably gonna be 10 silver a night. Just off the top of my head. So it's 10 silver per room. And depending on which room you want, I think it was Rurik who had the double bed last time.
Hell yeah. And the bathtub.
Yep. I assume you'll want the same room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or how
That room
poor will I be
costs.
then?
It's still 10 silver.
Ah, yeah.
Oh. Well, that's steal of a deal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
10 silver pieces per person. I assume
That's actually
Sedna
still
would
quite
have a
expensive.
separate room from Carthus.
Like I said, that's still a deal as I look at the amount of money I have.
Damn, I'm poor.
Of course.
Okay. I will do a quick break because I need to go to the toilet very quickly. So we'll take a do you guys want a 10-minute break quick or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay. Take a
Yep.
quick 10-minute break.
I have found the answer.
Damn.
You're
So
not
in the
gonna like.
So in the meantime, Wauvin has been like,
Just sitting there like a question mark. Yeah, no, you're still not gonna like the answer, but it's better than being honest.
Surely this is good.
You'll see. And then we'll see if Yurulap has read up on the gods of Materis. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get a bowl.
Well, you have 10 minutes now to read up on the gods of Veteris. Then you can, nitpick all the details.
Yep.
Back. Fuck.
I am back.
Good.
We'll just wait for everybody else.
Unolov is not gonna like my response either way.
I am not surprised. Who's currently here? Is Chav here?
Yes.
Ethan's not here. Johnny's here. John, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
And Chris, are you here?
I'm here.
Cool.
I popped you a message, Alex. On which call?
Am I gonna hate it or?
I'll let Alex answer that one.
I will not spoil. I think the answer could be worse.
I mean, the answer could be the truth.
Yeah, but I know that's not the truth. Actually, I'm surprised you didn't go with this one. Actually,
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
I mean, you got a choice.
Yeah, I can also go for I mean, that's also a choice, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this one would also be pretty funny.
Yes. Yes, it would have been.
Just discussing nightmares behind everyone's back.
It's gonna be a fun surprise.
I mean, also, I think you could probably do this one as well.
That was this one.
Quickly check the fucking presentation.
Yeah, no, that one I didn't remember out of the top of my head, but the other ones I
Mm.
actually remember reading.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
shit's about to go down.
This is the sort of patron, or this is the sort of god that would just give you a deck of many things just to see what happens.
Oh, 100%.
Queenie.
Yes.
Man, what gave that one away?
The
Actually,
chaos.
You know, if you don't have inspiration already, take a point of inspiration for remembering my gods.
Damn.
I reward people for reading.
And you also punish people. Don't stop.
Yeah, that's if you read too far.
If you start reading between the lines, you'll get fucked.
Okay, so are we all here now? Okay, Ethan's here, Chav's here, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny, I don't even know you're here. John, you're
Mhm.
here, and Chris, you still here?
Yes.
All right, let's get back into it. So, the three of you spend your money for the night in the inn. You get nice and comfortable, and you all fall asleep. Chav, your character Carthus doesn't really hear anything else from now on.
Mm, okay.
You seem to have a nice, peaceful night's sleep. As for Zinon and Wauvin, Zinon, you stumble through the hallway, asking Wauvin a ton of questions. How do you respond, Wauvin?
I've taken to praying a bit to Uldar.
Uldar.
Aye.
Wasn't that one considered evil?
Yes.
That's what. Yes. But that is what a lot of people just say. It's what you do yourself that, with the powers gained, that is truly important. And have I hurt anyone innocent, dear brother?
No, but I was under the impression that we were both believers of the Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen has been with me for many years, but I felt the connection start to lose on my part. That is, and decided to explore a different path, and well, I found this path.
So the path of an evil deity is the one you have chosen. Is this why you call him a patron?
Once again, dear brother, that was just a FNFL slip. Okay, I did not mean to say patron. You could theoretically call him that, but that's not my. He's just my god, you know. But as you can clearly see, brother, I have not killed anyone innocent. All of the people I've killed has been bad people or bad creatures for that matter. And does it really then at that point ward suspicion just because my god is known as evil?
I would assume that with Zinon's paladin training, he would be aware of some of the demonic deities as well. Like Eldar.
Yep.
Like the fact that demon worship and all that.
So, Oldora is a dark trickster of sorts. He is mostly known as Lord of the Abyss. You know his typical depictions as a deceptively handsome drow being, or sometimes striking human, depending on who he wants to embody. But he does, the people that are devoted to him devote with war and death and cunning. There's rumors that he used to rule legions of demons and fiends. But those are old rumors, old information. You could always attempt tomorrow to find some additional information, but you only really know it on a basic level, as you do not adhere to that god, you do not respect it that much,
No, but like, would Zinon know that this deity is the ones that follows this deity is usually like
Bad.
evildoers?
Yeah. You've never heard of a good person who worships Ulda, so
So we haven't had a lot of time apart since we arrived here, since your arrival here.
Aye.
When did you come across Uldar?
Whispers. He essentially just came to me, offered me power. With, well, no binding. For as long as I worship him, I keep me powers.
So, could you stop?
I'm just going to look at you,
Straight to the point.
tilt my head a little sideways, put my hands on my hips. I could, but I won't, because once again, dear brother, these amazing powers has come in handy more than once already. And even you must agree with that.
Okay. My brother is now a female dwarf and is in
A devil
following
in
a cult leader.
Actually, technically speaking, it's no longer your brother, it's your sister.
Sweet, oh man.
Stop, I'm not making the peeping hole.
Okay.
So Zinon just plonks into bed and just falls asleep. He's done with this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Okay.
I'm gonna pat Selgum on the head and walk into my room and
Yeah.
just sit in my chair for a little bit and just think about what the fuck I've just got myself into.
It's one hell of a lie.
Yes, it is.
Okay. If nobody has anything else to do for this night, then you shall all be able to hit that long rest button. As we move into the next day. So, you guys rest for the night. Zinon, you didn't really get drunk enough to have a hangover. So you wake up probably a little bit groggy, but definitely alert and ready for the day. Not as bad as you was last time.
Like a bit of dry mouth, but not like eating sand dry mouth.
Yeah. Valvin, you wake up, you're still a dwarf, you're short. You kind of forget that and you sort of fall flat on your face when you get out of bed. Because you think you're taller and you have longer legs, you don't.
Yep.
For those of you in the inn, You guys, again, rest. Have a long rest, unless you have anything specific you want to do in the night. No, I didn't think so. You guys rest. You wake up. You have breakfast if you want to in the tavern/inn. While you three wait for Wauvin and Zinon. It is now the 18th of October. And it is, I'm going to say 6 in the morning. So it's still dark outside, but the sun is breaking through if anyone is roaming around.
Zinon gets out of bed and goes into the kitchen and just does his morning stuff at home, like getting
Mhm.
breakfast, getting something to drink. Kind of with the fog of Wauvin being a dwarf, Zinon is not completely sure if he's still a dwarf now. How long this will last, of course. So I presume Zinon is at least startled by Wauvin still being a dwarf when Wauvin comes around.
Good morning,
Yeah.
brother.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm going back to bed.
What I mean is, I was not expecting you to still be that.
Well, I still am, and yeah.
And I was certainly not expecting you to follow a demon lord.
Well, that's what I am doing currently.
Why?
Power? I'm just gonna be like, hands up, like shoulders up, hands up, like, "Well, power? Like, what do you mean, why?
I don't like it.
Okay, so
I don't like it,
allow,
and I will not accept it, but I will tolerate it.
that's all I want of you. All right. Now, I'm hoping personally that this transformation is just, temporary. But well, I'm gonna try and at least make sure it is temporary. But you know, if not, it would be kind of nice of you to not, fucking hate me. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Promise.
Well, it is. I assume it is time that I am transparent about my downfall.
Yeah, that's right. You
Because
fucking died, didn't you, you bastard?
stop talking. It's very distracting. I'm not used to this yet. Okay. So
I apologize.
I was contacted by. Did I see like the appearance of the person that came to me when I failed my saving throws for death saving throws?
Yeah, I did describe it. I think I described it wrong, but it is. You don't know. He didn't talk. He didn't say. Well, I think he talked, but he didn't say much. You don't recognize the individual. But it is the same description as what Mr. Hands is.
Okay, so I
So
just
you know he had
describe
quite a red, reddish orange, shirt with a long tie, very long black coat, eyes that definitely do not suit the human like appearance, and he seemed to also have long white hair.
So I describe a well-dressed man in a long coat with long white hair and inhuman eyes approached me in my afterlife, and I somehow regained consciousness
Do I
after
recognize?
this.
Continue.
So I somehow regained consciousness after this being approached me. They didn't say anything, but I think they did something.
Do I recognize that this is Mr. Hans based on his description?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to see my pupils go a little wide the second you start describing this person, just very subtly, as I'm going to excuse myself to go to my bedroom.
Now, where are you going?
Shush! Wait here! Keep drinking or whatever the fuck you're doing, as I'm gonna march back into my room, just sit down and try and call on Mr. Hans.
Okay. How? First of all, Zinon. Wauvin disappears off into his room. Do you attempt to listen in?
Well, that's an option. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
My clanky ass, big armor, scatters, skedaddles along the hallway, puts my ear up against the door.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Natural
So
one. Natural one. Come on,
that's a 22.
fuck's sake.
Okay, I would say whatever goes on, you hear pretty well. Wauvin, give me a D100.
D100? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me. I haven't had to roll one of those for a while. 78.
Okay, how do you attempt to summon hands?
I essentially just sit in the chair. Or actually, I'm gonna just kneel down on one knee and just very much whisper to myself that I need to see my my lord.
Okay. I'd say Zinon, you hear him mumbling and whispering. I wouldn't say you understand the whispering, but you hear him mumbling, essentially. For you, Wauvin, a little bit of time goes by. A little bit more time goes by. A little bit more time goes by. A little bit more time goes by.
I'm still just on my knee looking at the floorboards, starting to count the nails.
Yeah, he. There is no showing.
I'm just gonna mutter to myself that. Okay, fuck. Fuck. I'm just gonna think to myself as I'm just going to walk up and just slam open the door in a little bit of frustration.
Zinon is there with his ear to the door.
Slammed the door into my head, like, bong.
I'm like,
What?
the
Why are
fuck
you
were
so aggressive?
Why are you behind me door?
You can't expect me not to be curious when you storm off after I confess what happened to me in the afterlife.
I was just trying to confirm something through prayer, okay? Fucking hell. As I'm just gonna walk to the kitchen and grab a glass of water.
So did your prayers get answered?
I'm just gonna turn around slowly, like, no. and turn back to the sink.
Like white knuckling the sink.
Yeah, grabbing it, almost like tearing the planks apart. My prayers did not get answered. But yes, you were saying that you were essentially saved by a deity. Is that what
I
you're
think
telling
I
me?
was. I'm not sure if it is a deity or if it's some kind of other outerworldly being.
So it did not sound like the Raven Queen. So have you checked in with the Raven Queen to see if she's okay with this?
I would have to be excused.
As you are just going to storm. I guess it's my time for a perception check.
Okay. What's going on in the tavern? How are the
think
other
much,
three
but-
coping?
Maybe got some waffles. I don't know.
You know, a little breakfast.
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 You guys have a
Fuck you,
conversation
man,
around the table?
breakfast.
Hmm. What does this say?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just kind of waiting for the others.
Yeah.
They're a bit late. Hope they're having a, good morning. I hope everything's
Given
going well. Like,
we wake up like 4 hours earlier than everyone else, like except
Yeah.
Carthus.
So most
So
likely they are imminent.
we
to
have muddled
approaching soon.
about for at least like 6 hours.
I thought I'd give you some time, you guys some screen time, but obviously you're just like quietly eating around the table.
yeah, we don't have anything over to talk about.
We
Okay.
are waiting for stuff to happening, like asking, for the stuff back. The cursed medallion that we know we will not get, of course.
Yeah, and
Um,
Zinon was supposed to want to go in, so
okay. I guess back to the Zidon's home. Vaven. Vaven, make a perception check for listening into the door
Not 20.
for a total of.
For a total of 21.
Okay. If he's not whispering or mumbling, then I would assume you'd hear something. Zinon.
He'll be speaking
Uh,
in Celestial for contacting his deity.
Okay. Vaven, do you understand Celestial?
Let me double check, but I don't think I do.
Gonna go with the assumption of no.
No.
Zinon, how do you attempt to contact the Raven Queen?
So he would take his gauntlets off to like put the back of his hand into his palm and my dear Raven Queen, please answer my prayers, for I have been contacted by someone or something else that helped me through the afterlife and back into the living. Do you have
Oh.
any idea of what repercussions this would have, or do you specifically have repercussions for me because of this?
Okay. Now I have to think. Can you roll me a D100?
Okay, dokie. That's a 26.
Okay. I have to think.
The second I hear him talking Celestial, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, that's no fun," and just walk back to the kitchen.
Cheater.
Because I'm not sure if my deity knows that I died.
You'd think they would.
The Raven Queen knows all, brother.
Okay. You're coming with me, Sunshine. Welcome to the 1-to-1. Okay. So you know the majority of time when you pray to the Raven Queen that her answers are not as great as other gods. Often not with comfort or with reassurances when she does answer. On this occasion she has. She tells you, I'm not gonna do a voice, but she tells you that you pray to me with one hand and yet you pull away with the other. I have noticed. I always do. You ask about repercussions, and I will tell you I do not have punishment for those who deceive or grieve. You can always come back to me, or you could not, but do not mistake someone else's door for mine.
So it is not meant to pull away in prayer. It is to show you that I don't have anything to hide, to show my pawn unclothed, unarmored, and show you I would choose your door given the circumstance in any situation.
Can you roll me another D100?
I put it away. Why did I do that? So that's a 78? No, 73.
Okay. This prayer does not get answered.
Damn.
Would you like
Left
to say?
unheard.
Would you like to say anything else?
Given I don't get an answer, and given the fact that I have been actually helped, or Zinon has been actually helped by another deity, like actually helped,
Mm-hmm.
I would assume he would be frustrated with the god not answering the follow-up, and he wouldn't just stop it there and get up, put his gauntlets back on, or his gloves, or whatever.
Okay. Okay. I will drag you back into the other room. Okay. Zinon, you walk out your room. There is no small
It's
dwarf
horrid.
hanging around your door.
And why the
No, I'm
shrimp
not.
combined with
The,
the
the
shrimp
dwarf
and
has gone
carrots?
to the kitchen.
Are you making cabaret?
Kanske.
I don't
He's
think you.
explaining this.
Shrimp and carrots. Why?
Okay, we just have a serious conversation with a god, and we come back to this. Come on, step up your
What
game,
did you
guys.
expect?
Yeah, Xenon, you don't find a dwarf at your door. You don't find a Shadowkai either, to be fair.
So Zenon gets back into the kitchen, and so, as far as I know,
Mhm.
nothing bad is bound to happen because of the help or whatever you would call it from this other outerworldly being or deity or whatever.
Okay.
But
So you talked to the Raven Queen.
it was not very dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I got at least some of my questions answered, but I still have a lot.
Okay. So you're not like disowned by the Raven Queen.
Not yet, it seems.
Okay, well that's great news. Honestly, it's great news. Because then
So
that means that you're still connected to the Raven Queen, and that's great.
I would assume that's positive. But given the circumstance that my deity did not help and another one did, I'm quite at a loss.
Well, we're not supposed to understand everything. Some things are meant to be a little mysterious.
I just have this image of female dwarf Wauvin mixing up gelatin.
It's hard to get out of your head, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Well, as long as you're fine and alive, that is all that matters to me, at least. So,
Well,
in other words, dear brother, can we at least please leave this behind us for now? I know it's going to come up later, but at least for now, can we just leave it be as is and get back to the task at hand?
that's fine.
Okay.
Let's meet up with the others at the tavern.
They're probably maybe awake. I don't know, honestly, at this point. As I presume, we're going to start walking out of the house.
Oh my God, hi guys.
Oh, you guys didn't go any further? What the fuck?
I would say you
Just
you two probably just roam around the place until it comes time. Again, 6 o'clock comes around. You can see the sun start breaking the horizon. So you head to the tavern, and you do find the rest of them around the table having a bite to eat, so say.
Oh, hi. You guys are here.
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
So, how was the night?
Well, pretty good.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I could see you're still a different.
Yeah, it didn't wear off this night, so we'll just see what happens.
Hmm. Well, I guess we're gonna go talk with the character. I forgot the name.
Hey, welcome to my
Carter.
world. Yeah, Carter, boss.
Carter and
Yeah. But do we
I guess
start
do we
at
want to talk
Carter?
with Carter? Or... Sure, I mean we can start with Carter.
We
Right?
go meet with Carter, and then we go to the sanctuary.
Yeah, and try to reclaim the necklace. I was doing a
Okay.
bit of reading during this long rest, and I think I may have something that can help us locate the thing.
Oh.
Well, that's good news at least.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, should we head off to see Voss?
Carter?
I think so.
Off to see the wizard. He's not a wizard.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's a wizard. Because we don't really know.
Okay. You guys finish up your bites to eat, and you've decided that you'll head to find Carter first. You guys travel from first drop to up where Carthus is. I don't know where all your tokens are. I have to replace the fucking one person with a dwarf now. There you go.
You're looking mighty tall today.
So you did change. But you guys travel to where Carter seems to be. Again, it's a very discreet location. It's nothing super fancy, but it's nothing in the obvious either. You get there, you go through, you knock on his door. For Wauvin and Zinon, you see Seth there as well. They seem to have been discussing something just before they announced you to come in, and you're now all in one place.
I think I'm the person
Hi.
to lead this.
Well.
So, I would assume we get into Carter's office or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So as we come in, like Zinon swings his backpack around and pulls out the head.
No, barely says hello, and then just, by the way, we got his head.
Yeah.
He's a severed
Hey,
head.
so we found some of these. As I just pull out the head and place it on his desk.
He sort of like pushes back with his hands out as now blood is all over this paperwork that he was just writing out.
And we
Oh.
also brought this as I
Oh,
go down into the backpack again and pull out the heart.
Gracious.
And where did all this come from?
The sewers.
As mysterious
just,
as he was.
Yeah. More or less.
So you killed a man down in the sewers?
No, this was some kind of undead.
Okay.
As you can clearly see, this man is no longer alive.
I thought that was quite obvious.
Yeah,
Well-
usually undead aren't. Well, I think he's been re-deaded.
Yeah, they
They were
have been
vampires.
very re-deaded. Yeah, the word that Sedna said.
We believe they were, early stage vampires.
And you
And there was
found
a lot of
them
them.
in the sewers.
Yes.
Well, the full story, it is a bit long-winded, but the rats turned out to be a bit more abnormal than you would once think. So the rat problem led us to the sewer. And in the sewer, we found a collapsed area leading into some kind of basement or old buildings that seems to be buried underground. And there were, well, multiple of these creatures, and honestly, we had an encounter with a far more powerful one there as well.
Yes. There was someone leading them. And he spoke some things, stabbed Wauvin, and left.
Where
Yeah,
is
sounds about right.
where is Falvin? Who's this?
I'm just gonna start shaking my hand. It's me, just a wee bit changed.
That's a whole nother issue.
He sort of,
That's a story that
he
you'll
sort of
probably
puts his
need
hands on his
alcohol
desk and he lifts himself up just to look at you, and then sits back down. Seth on the other end of the room quietly snickers.
So this this man that swiftly impaled Wauvin, he seemed to be very, well, very powerful. It seemed like he had control over the what did you call it? The
The-
guards that.
So, are you talking about the wretches, or are you talking about the sentinels that he seems to have
The
tamed?
sentinels
Okay.
and the wretches, for that matter. Seemed like he had control over the sentinel guards.
Did they wear
Yeah.
the BlackWood crest?
I believe so. And there were these, undead creatures, these wretches that vomited blood on us. And, well, the man that impaled Wauvin, he was about 5'11" tall. He was wearing bulky armor, and there were some runes on his armor. I couldn't decipher them. He
Does-
seemed like the boss of these things.
Did anyone understand the runes? The symbols?
Oh,
What
I was a little too busy being impaled and dying, so I unfortunately did not see anything.
I hope you don't have a
Would
knack for
I-
dying and coming back shorter.
Not as far as I know.
Okay. Yes, Sedna.
would I have like I don't remember the runes. I didn't personally remember the runes. Would Sedna have noticed the runes? Like, would I remember them
I
at all?
believe you
roughly?
asked about them. I believe you made an Arcana check. I will let you do it again.
Okay. Arcana 23.
23. I would
Yes.
say you noticed that the symbols and the sigils on the armor, you recognize to be some form of demonic symbolage.
Oh.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's directly communicated with the hells, but you know that that would usually be the case for such symbols.
Okay. So that would okay, well, I did check them and they seemed kind of demonic.
Okay,
I believe.
so to get this straight, you've encountered the first stages of vampires in the sewers, along with presumably their leader, who is wearing armor with demonic sigils, correct?
Sounds about right.
Yes.
Did he also do this and he just sort of waves to Valvin's shorter form?
No, that
No.
was not that guy's doing.
So who did this? Is this a practical joke or
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah, I think Wauvin is the best one to explain this because honestly, the rest of us don't really know either.
Yeah, you could call it a practical joke.
by
Even though
whom?
Well, that's a discussion for another time. We don't have time to go through that entire ordeal here and now.
I don't know. I've got plenty of time on my hands.
Well, I do not.
Yeah,
Seth,
this is kind of what he said to the rest of us.
Seth, do you think you've got plenty of time? Yes, I do, Carter. I think I've got plenty of time to hear what he has to say.
As I'm just going to not say anything.
Okay. So, have you told anybody? Important question. Other than me.
About
And I don't believe so.
About what happened in the sewers.
oh
No.
no, you are the first to hear about what actually went down in the sewers.
Okay. Good. From what I hear, Grand Mage does not like to talk about vampires currently. So
So we should go ask him about it.
I
Yeah.
would advise against that.
Oh.
From what I hear, the Grand Mage Third Guild is not in a particularly happy state with people talking about vampires. And most people, let's say, aren't welcome back into the sanctuary when they bring that conversation up. And also, even if he was to take it as truth, we don't want to drag the vampires out of the sewers because now we know where they are. We at least know that they are under us. If we drag them around, if we push them out, we don't know where they could go. And we have to do the whole search all over again. So, I think the best approach here would be to figure out what they're doing in BlackWood in the first place. What is their plans? Why are they under the city? What are they attempting to do? Who's in charge? Don't suppose he gave his name down there, did he?
No,
No.
Makes sense. I
that was
probably
not
wouldn't.
necessary for this moment, he said.
I tried to get it out of him, but that's about the same time when he stabbed me.
Okay.
With his claws, might I add.
Yes. Quite painful.
Okay. Just try and figure out what they're doing here. What, we need to know what they're planning. They've already taken a bunch of people. They've already turned a bunch of people. What is their plan? I don't suppose he said that down there as well, did he?
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
No, he just kind of assumed we were gonna all be killed, but he didn't really tell us our plan, unfortunately.
Okay. I would not tell the Grand Mage. Even on the off chance that he believes you and he tries to wipe them all out in the sewers, if you push them out, we have to search for them all over again. You'd only delay whatever they're trying to do by a small, prolonged delay. So,
We're a lot of them down there.
that's not much better.
Like we didn't kill them all. Like we went into another room and there were like, cause we killed like 6 or so. We went into another room and there were a lot more. So we left.
Understandable and very brave of you, Lon.
I don't know if that was sarcastic.
I think it was.
Okay. I don't really. I'm not good at picking up with that stuff.
Okay. Besides what you've encountered, does anybody know anything about the vampires?
They seem to be very weak to holy damage for some reason. It seemed like they were very susceptible to the divine powers bestowed to me from my deity.
Okay. I think we need to find somebody who has experience with vampires in the past, which are not many people that I know of, but I think there might be one person. The Sanctuary Head's doctor is somewhat in his 600s. He is an elf. I think if anyone has any more information about vampires, it would be him. So I would probably go and talk to him and see if he would give you any form of information. On the second, I would say, again, we need to figure out his plan. Does anyone have any idea what he might be doing? Why he's here?
Surely it's not coincidental that it happening at the same time as our what was it?
The coronation.
Coronation, yes. Thank you. But we don't know anything for sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's only a day since we spoke to you last. I'm not sure what you expect from us in the short time, considering that we were facing this many problems already.
Okay, well, it's kind of good news, kind of not good news.
Well, it's good that we know it.
Yeah, and it's good that we know where they are. It's bad that they're here.
Yeah. Well, they were in the city earlier anyway. So.
Yeah, but the fact that they're staying in the city underneath it, that's what's worrying.
Also, that no one's done anything about it.
Well, if vampires are lurking around down below, who wants to go to the sewers?
Well, you'd think maybe the Sentinel Guard would be, a bit more on high alert after a bunch of people died.
The Sentinel Guards are highly trained, perceptive guards, but they do not explore down in the sewers.
Seems like a blind spot.
Blind spot may be, but not many people like to live in the sewers, I would think. Even if I was desperate and homeless, I wouldn't want to live in a sewer.
But if you were an undead vampire,
There are many other places to choose to live while hiding out.
yeah, but those same places then have the Sentinels.
But as you've already
So,
said, he's
makes
already
sense to me.
turned a couple of sentinels.
Yeah. It's also concerning in its own way.
Okay. I promised you yesterday that I'd give you a sending stone. And he opens a drawer and he pulls out a sending stone, puts it on the desk. This connects directly to me. It's only used once a day, 25 words. I'm sure you all know how a sending stone works.
Well,
At least Zinon knows how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who picks up the sending stone?
I assume Zinon picks it up, given
Yeah.
that he has experience with sending stones.
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay.
Don't mix them up now.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah, are they identical?
Do they have any markings?
I would say the stones themselves. This particular stone seems to be made of a more obsidian-like stone and or rock than your other one. The other one is that Father Veron's given you is quite literally like essentially a pebble that you'd get from a beach with like an engraved sigil of arcane magic. This one is very much more fancier and obsidian and sleek. It's still got the same symbol, but the rock itself is different.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll get confused when you get drunk next.
Yeah. Probably will. Suddenly
Can't
I
wait.
ask you, Carter, for
Advice.
guidance in Celestial.
The boring part is if he actually answers.
So we still have to get that amulet. Or are we going into the sewers?
Preferably, I'd like the amulet in my hands rather than anyone else's. Especially if there is someone like Guild running as Grand Mage. Even if you was to go into the sewers, it's not necessarily going to give you the idea of plans. I will leave the decision up to you. Either way, after either one, you're probably going to have to lay low for a short period of time. It seems like this city is getting ready to celebrate this coronation, so do one or the other, but probably not both.
So Zinon turns to the rest of the party. Do we do the thing that has a probability of getting us incarcerated? Or are we testing death again?
That's a good question.
Sorry, I dropped my eraser on the floor.
And then it bounced to like through 7 dimensions.
Just to hit Zinon on the head.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am up for both of them, but it's not a me decision, it's a group decision, so
Well, I would prefer tackling death.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of death. I think
So
that
you-
sounds like the
okay.
thing we should do later.
so you would rather steal. Okay.
Wait,
Well, what about you, Carthus?
Let's face death.
Okay. As another vote for death. Rurik.
Ah,
a third option.
I am thinking that, well, considering our current situation, maybe we should put some priority to getting this amulet back.
A very
First.
split group is what I'm hearing.
Well, I have no particular preference, but
Wait,
This
okay, so,
death is
so that's
rather thrilling.
actually so with me being up for both of them, that is an actual even split.
I will also say out of Carter. Carter did just tell you you could also talk to somebody to discover more information about vampires, which may help some of you decide on your decisions for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, true. The
The elf.
the medic. Yeah.
Medic.
I mean, I only remind you because you seem to have very quickly forgotten.
We did.
Smooth brain be effective today.
Yes.
No valleys or bumps. So we could go to the sanctuary and ask about this doctor that might know something. And when we are there, maybe someone accidentally finds the amulet.
Well, I can at least snoop a bit around for it.
I mean, nobody knows I am Wauvin, so maybe I could do the same.
Valid point. We are a dwarf pair now.
Exactly.
So we just
when
get
is your
lost
wedding?
while you... What? What?
When
Are
is
you
your
winning away your
wedding?
sister?
I never said that. But if we do come across some silver, we could arrange that. Silver powder, I mean.
Well, we don't know if this is permanent. Would be quite awkward if I suddenly woke up between, you know, him being him normal self.
All of a sudden you just wake up with a male shattered kite in your bed.
You hear Seth in the distance. I never thought I'd ever see Valvin get married with anyone.
How would... Okay. I was gonna ask a question, but I'm not gonna ask that question.
I think that's the safest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
No,
we
no,
should all
no,
be
no.
asking questions here.
We are
No,
just
I don't think...
professionals doing a job, okay? That's all we
No,
are.
no.
Exactly.
So what exactly are we doing with this job? What?
Stealing.
Okay, so we're going.
Well, and collecting information, of course.
Yeah. Weren't we gonna talk to Creed first? You know.
No, it was Carter.
Okay.
Creed is Zenon's friend. I got the names mixed up because they're similar. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
So what
No, but
are you?
I quite like the idea of me and Rurik just getting quote unquote lost whilst you guys are exploring. Or talking to them, and then we can explore and maybe try and find the amulet.
Wait. So the way you said that play, it sounds like one of us is the distraction, but I wasn't clear on who was.
We
There's
need a
gonna be
distraction. You are talking to the doctor. I mean, we get lost. We leave the room without being seen, and just we have
Okay.
internal knowledge of the area. After all,
So.
Wauvin has some experience with the place.
So me, Rurik, and Carthus go in to talk to the doctor, and that's that. Well, I guess we all go in to talk to the doctor officially,
Yes, of course.
and then you and wait no, yeah, then you, Valvin, go and okay.
all of a sudden, me and Rurik, we will just disappear.
I guess that could work.
Yeah, the two that is vertically inclined to disappear would be you two. So
Are you calling us short? Just
I'm calling you vertically inclined to disappear.
I heard handicapped. I'm not sure if I should take
I don't
offense
think
by
he's
this.
inclined. He seems quite straight, standing straight up.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll take it as a compliment.
So Okay, we'll go ask about the elf doctor that is centuries old, and we'll find some answers, hopefully, and then we hopefully stumble across the medallion as well.
About to encounter some good vibes.
I think I'm about to encounter a headache.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm hearing is no mushrooms. Okay.
There's
Someone say
always time
mushrooms?
for mushrooms.
Don't you start with that voice. I'm gonna not be able to fucking play if you start with that voice.
The vibes, man. It's the trees. Sorry.
God, dude.
Inside
That
joke.
is very much an inside joke from our different D&D
Okay.
campaign.
So your plan is to go find the doctor. And two of you disappear while others are gaining knowledge, hopefully.
Mhm.
Anything else do you want to do while you're with Carter?
No, we thank him for his time and exit.
Only thing I will do before we exit is I'm gonna go to Sereth and just so what do you think about my new form?
Well, I shorter.
Fucking obvious, yeah.
Yeah. Although somehow you look fatter.
Going to look at her and pretend to be like super offended, like, oh my god, Sereth. As I'm just gonna laugh it off and well, I guess we're about to go ahead and steal some fucking medallion or something. I don't know anymore. So
Well,
I guess
don't get lost in that other dwarf's dreamy eyes, mind.
he's too short for me. As I'm just gonna leave.
Literally the same height.
Hey. Prefer him taller. So I'm just gonna keep taking the piss with Sereth and just leave.
I'm
Bless
too
you.
short, and yet I'm taller than you.
By like an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go out into the hallway. You close the door, and Seraph sort of follows you and asks for a word with Short Valvin and Zinon privately.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone wants to attempt to listen in, or if you all
I
just
would.
bug off. You would, okay. Do you just like sort of go down to the like stairwell and then just like stand and just listen?
Yeah. I'll be tying my boots laces.
Oh no, my
Oh, so
laces.
you won't be T-posing menacingly?
One day I'm
Well,
going to
I
replace all
noticed. I
your
noticed the
tokens with
reaction.
T-posing versions of yourself.
If I had thaumaturgy, I would put the missing texture thing on me so that no one can see me. But I'm just gonna, you know,
A big
fiddle with
vertical
my
error
boot.
sign as your character.
Yes.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Ah. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? I think I rolled with disadvantage there by accident.
Let me have a look at game logs. No, you rolled an 8 and you got a +3. So you got a 10.
Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, of course I got a +3. Yes. Okay.
You rolled twice. That's what you did. You didn't roll with disadvantage. You just double clicked.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so your first one is an 11. You do have inspiration, which I will allow you to re-roll with.
I will take that.
I
And I
believe
will
that's what
not.
inspiration is there for.
Yes. Yes. And this time I'm going
Reroll
to
any
use,
die immediately after rolling it, and you must use the new roll.
I'm going to use my physical die because I
Fuck
know that
online.
it's technically fair, but I don't trust it.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I have the same issues.
15 plus 3, 18.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Is Rurik and Sedna just like heading away? Like gonna wait outside the building, or
I guess.
I f-
Yeah. Probably.
I feel like I should notice that he's tying his shoe, and then I realize why.
Tying my
Said
shoe
that would
because
not
my
notice.
laces are undone. That's why I'm tying it. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, staring hard right at your boot while not actually doing anything.
the
It's got
Like I did at
Velcro on them anyway.
the big question is, Rurik, do you call him out or do you help him tie his shoelace?
Look here, lad. I'll help you.
I mean, you are closer to
Let-
my shoes than I, so.
Yeah, let me help you over there. And I also bow down and realize that, oh wait, you're not tying your shoes.
His shoes are perfectly tied.
I like the idea that you all do this and Sedna just doesn't notice you all don't also leave.
What about
She just gets
your
outside and
laces?
is like, wait, where is everyone?
Are you gonna do, Rurik? Are you gonna
'Cause
tie
I've-
your laces?
No, I realized that you did not actually tie your shoelaces, and I was like, and I guess I'm starting to hear the chatter inside the room, so I
Yeah.
stay quiet.
Do you want to listen in as well?
Well, yeah.
Okay, make a perception check as well.
I know you're barefoot, but pretend to tie your shoes.
Barefoot dwarf pretending to tie shoelaces.
Yeah. Well, what you can't see is that I'm wearing this shiny armor still.
What did you get on your perception check?
For
Okay, you
10.
you're not really hearing. It's mumbles and chatter from outside. I believe though that Carthus, you'd hear majority of the conversation that they're about to have. As Seraph, brings you both to like one side of the corridor. So I won't be here after today. I will be leaving. I thought I'd let you know. It's been a long time since we see each other, and I wish there was opportunity to celebrate whatever this is. She gestures towards Valvin's form.
There's no celebration needed for this.
Oh, is it the dubious kind of celebration, or
I'm just gonna look at Zinon like.
We don't really know how long this happens, but we don't want to celebrate this.
well, we always wanted to kick him while he was down.
Given my oath, I would advise against it.
Oh, but I don't have an oath anymore.
I'm gonna lean into
Anymore.
I'm gonna lean into Sareth before she says any more. Just be like, I would kindly take his word for it. I've seen what happens to people who try to hurt me, and they have a smite coming for them.
I could take him. Always did.
Sarah's just gonna hear me chuckle as I'm walking away.
Zinon, listen, I'm not going to be here, so whatever happens, happens. I don't know what's going on with you and that.
I have a name.
Yeah, but now you're Female dwarf, so surely you must have another name.
Yeah, Velvet.
Wauvin.
Just actively trying to give Zinon a fucking aneurysm.
Seems like Velvet there is pretty confident.
Stop, please.
Seraph is
No.
gonna see I'm having way too much fun with this.
I'm never going to let you forget this. The Grand
Who,
Paladin's
me or
oath.
Zinon?
The Grand Paladin's oath to protect one's Velvet.
You're just gonna again actively just see me chuckle in the corner.
So, given that he has now changed names, and my oath being a contract about
Protecting
Wauvin
Velvet.
Velshar, or no, Wauvin Cyradros, uh, I'm not sure if I'm now an oath breaker or not.
Surely you are.
I have no comment on this matter.
I'm in danger.
You very much are.
Well, listen, both of you. I'm leaving for Corvinhale, so I wouldn't expect to see me around anytime soon. Good luck. Don't die.
I'll
And
try
if you
not to.
do, don't bring me with you.
And by the way, for the next time you want to talk to us, just knock on the fucking door. Don't do the whole breaking and entering kind of shit.
Where's the fun in that?
It is so uncivilized.
Is it? I thought
Aye.
firing crossbows at people were uncivilized.
No, that's just depending on the situation.
I also thought backstabbing was uncivilized, but here I am.
No, that's just a combat style. But breaking and entering, that's taking it too far.
What, did I really break anything?
I'm just gonna look at Xenon like, you're the just one. Help me. You're the holy one.
I'm gonna take my holy boots and walk away.
Well, would you look at that, Velvet? We finally broke him.
It would look like so. I'm just gonna reach out for like a high five.
She gives you a high five. She high fives you back.
Fuck yeah.
Wouldn't it be a mid-5?
Yep.
Alright.
So Zinon, you start walking. Carthus, you hear the approaching walking, and you finish doing your shoelaces. And you sort of rush to get out the way so you don't get spotted, I would presume. Which would also give the notion to Rurik to move his ass.
Yep.
You all leave. Seraph is slowly
Yep.
behind you guys as you are all outside. I'd like to take a 10-minute break so I can go to the toilet, and we can come back after that.
Okay.
Baby.
Nothing to see here.
So far, I'm highly enjoying being a fucking dwarf.
We can hear
I'm
that.
gonna crash out.
You are your character.
Mm, Well, both.
Are you thinking about crashing out because of your metagaming knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm like
You're like
literally
yay close to just
yanking my
spewing.
hair out. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not. Just trying
He's
to.
a filthy heretic. Kill him.
Something like that. You know, I've almost finished my box of coleslaw.
Jesus
I might
Christ.
end up eating the whole thing.
Jesus
today.
Christ.
Very Moorish.
My question is, why? Why would you do something like this?
What do you mean? You were eating
What
sausages
is
and mayo
coleslaw?
throughout the last.
Let's get philosophical here.
What is coleslaw?
Yeah, let's get philosophical.
I think it's really the components that make up,
The very fiber of your being.
life. It's life. You see, the cabbage is I don't fucking know. It just tastes good. God damn.
It tastes good, so therefore is good.
That's literally Shakespeare right there.
I don't know if I would flatter myself with that kind of praise, but okay. I'll take it.
I mean, no, let's be real. Hey, like, I like Shakespeare as much as the next guy. But to
Do
be
you?
or not to be, that is the question. Come on. Like, I probably said that
Why
shit.
is it okay? I just noticed something. Why is it once again that it's just me and you during the break ranting about random bullshit? Last time Alex had to redact so much from this fucking break.
Yeah, I saw the break. Well, I feel like everyone else just doesn't have a strong opinion on coleslaw
Yeah, no,
or the works of
100%,
William
100%.
Shakespeare.
100%. And it's a fault of the
Mm.
justice system. No, not the justice system, but the educational system.
Justice system as well.
Yeah,
'Cause we should be arresting everybody.
fucking justice for my boy, William Shakespeare.
Yeah. Free bill.
Keep ripping in heaven.
Yeah. Keep to being or not to being. That is the question.
In a state of not being alive.
Okay, I'm back. What are you guys talking about?
Coleslaw. Shakespeare.
Coleslaw, Shakespeare, and philosophy about Shakespeare being not to be or being, and he is being dead.
Okay, I assume at some point this turns into the topic of dark matter as well. That's where this conversation usually goes, right?
Dark matter? Well, do you
I mean, once
are you a proponent of string theory? I personally don't know. Because I'm not a physicist. But
I mean,
Yeah,
neither have
we
I,
could- we-
but is it bad if I say my granddad watches enough Big Bang Theory that I might actually understand it?
I mean, we could just start talking about like quantum theory.
I'd rather not. I was fucking kidding. I was spinning his strings. Not that string. Shut the
String?
fuck up.
string theory?
Shut the fuck.
Yes, my topic.
Fucking...
I did not pass physics.
I remember there was a guy that I used to play a lot of CS:GO with, and I asked him if, hey, do you want to play some CS:GO? And he was like, no, I can't. I'm in a lecture, and this was back when COVID was, so like everything was online. And he was like, hey, just I'll send you the link, and you can just join the lecture. And I was like, fuck it, why not? All of a sudden, the next thing I know, I was a witness to a lecture at Cambridge University about quantum theory.
Holy snooze fest.
I did not understand a word that came out of anyone's mouth.
Would you like one of
Uh,
those meme gifs where it's just text going around your head, just gone like just mathematics?
Honestly, more or less, yes. That is essentially what happened, because it was literally to the point where the professor, uh, and it's really funny because my friend Jack, he was like, "Oh yeah, no," the professor just said, "Can someone let that guy in?"
What about
Um,
you?
No, that was me. That was him letting me into the lecture without checking if I was actually a student. So once again, I was part of a Cambridge University lecture about quantum mechanics. Fucking Cambridge is like one of the most prestigious universities in the UK when it comes to that kind of stuff. So you can imagine my plumber ass sitting there like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Well, surely you have something to say on quantum mechanics because string theory is for losers. You can do pipe theory or something. The
Yeah,
universe
exactly.
is made up of a bunch of pipes.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
something.
100%.
Yeah.
So they're just theoretical losers. I'm more practical.
Maybe I should have just held my bladder.
Probably should.
Also, can a quantum mechanic fix the toilet or a sink? I don't
Well, yeah,
think so.
because
I mean,
you just asked ChatGPT now, right?
yes, that is 100%
Right?
correct.
that's a
Yep.
quantum computer.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not really quantum computing yet because we don't have the capabilities of quantum computing. If we
But
did,
if you
they
get
would more or less decide. They would more or less decide we don't need humans anymore and just fucking try and boot us.
but I mean,
I think
quantum
ChatGPT is just
computing.
a regular computer.
It is.
Quantum computing is just four computers put together,
is.
right?
No.
No,
It's pretty easy.
not
to get...
not even fucking close, Alex. Not even fucking close.
Also, I
was
don't
make-
think what.
I was making a
you
joke
say
of the name.
Starts with. Yeah, no, I
Well,
did
that's
that.
quad.
I got that.
Quad-
that is
Quantum
British-
computing
British humor.
computer.
British humor.
That doesn't. But that it's not quantum computing.
It's quantum.
Yeah, but
It's
close.
quantity.
Tomato, right?
No, that's
But no, I mean, quantum computer is also just like a regular computer, but smaller. Like it's just more, I think, space efficient for the amount of power it can provide.
Quantum.
Is in theory if it
Quantum.
worked.
Quantum has been said too much. I can't take the word seriously anymore.
So last
Yeah,
break
just
you
quantum
talked about
reality.
fucking sausages, and this break we're talking about quantum computing.
and
fuck's
quantum
sake.
theory, especially theory.
Quantum
because
theory.
I
Game
really, I
theory.
really like that one line from I think it was Oppenheimer, where as he is like starting his first lecture, he's like, "What do you know about quantum mechanics?" Well, I know the basics. Wrong. You don't know shit. Nobody knows anything.
My favorite meme for like physics stuff was it was either like in the 18th century, everyone was like, "Wow, we're really starting to understand this whole physics thing. At this point, we can predict most of the universe." And the next phase is just fuck.
Most of the universe just gives them the middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Predict this, asshole.
I mean,
turns out everything is 1,000 times more complicated than anyone thought.
I mean, you know, the first guy to observe sperm through a microscope thought they were piloted by tiny humans.
I
Bullshit.
don't what.
Honestly, it would not surprise me.
First
I
of
don't
all,
know if that's true.
first of all, I call bullshit. And if this is true, Chav, how the fuck do you know that? Why do you know that?
Well, I
Because I
imagine you would-
studied quantum mechanics.
or like read it on
Alright,
Reddit
let
or
me
something.
let me find this image.
No,
Yes, an image.
please don't.
The little guy like piloting the sperm like a little submarine.
Oh.
Please
I don't
tell
think
me
that counts
that
as a
this-
source.
Sauce. I made it the fuck up.
Source, this funny little image I found.
Where'd you find it? Reddit. On what subreddit? R34.
Oh no.
Why the fuck are we on R34?
Wait, is there
I love
Is
how
there a
people
Slack-
come. What?
is there r/r34? Is that a subreddit?
I would not
a bit
know the
redundant.
exact shit.
I think you're gonna find out.
Fucker won't find out.
So it seems a bit redundant.
Questionable. Are we all here? Is Chris here?
I'm here.
Poor Chris.
Thank God. Now we can continue.
Yes, let's continue. Okay, you're all outside. Alright, you're all outside. Carthus, you've heard most of that conversation. You escaped before they came downstairs. You're all now outside with Seth, who is also just following suit as she's also preparing to leave. Where are you guys planning to go?
I believe to the sanctuary, right? That's what we're doing right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
If anyone asks, we didn't know what you were doing.
Who's we?
I mean, there's okay. We need names for the teams. All right. We have 2 teams going in: Team Dwarf and Team
Not dwarf.
not like average height. I want to say for most humanoids, I guess.
I
Seems
feel like I'm gonna
skipping
get into a
thing
lot
again.
of trouble here with this team naming.
Nah, it's us coming up with the team names. How can you get in trouble
Team
for that?
average.
Team average.
The team average goes in and talks to the medic, tries to get information we can, and Team
What?
Dwarf sees if they can find a way in and get the amulet.
Whatever happened to just team A and B?
It's
What's-
not as fun.
Or we are just referring to each other with names.
Okay,
Like-
well,
So
I guess
me and Wauvin or Velvet.
no.
Wait, no, I didn't know that, did I?
No, you
No,
didn't
you
hear
don't.
shit.
No.
So you just, I was about to say you
Oh,
just
Wauvin,
outed
yeah.
yourself, but yeah.
Wauvin.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Wauvin, and then you guys. But that is how I'm
Yeah.
thinking we should do
Well, you see, you just shorted to you guys, though.
it.
You see the problem. Fine, we'll do A and
But-
B.
It pains me to correct you, but it is Valvet now.
Oh, is it Velvet now? So you are really leaning into this on a permanent basis, I hear.
Well, I might as well get used to it. I don't know how long it's gonna last.
Okay.
Fair point. It
Um,
has been lasting for almost 12 hours now. Something like that.
So it's not a regular spell that I know of, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it could be true polymorph.
Yeah,
In which
we'll
case,
figure
that's
it
now
out.
permanent. So
Valvin
figure
has
it
been
out.
Valvet for 12 hours.
Hell yeah.
And what's it like being a woman, Valvet?
Very nice.
Oh,
what?
that's nice of you. Seth's gonna pat you on the head and walk away.
Pats me on the head for a Bo Rat reference. Okay, nice.
In the distance, you just hear, "I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this Zinon. Good luck."
I like shake my fist at her as she leaves.
Oh, don't let the Raven Queen see you do that.
I continue shaking my fist.
Do you stop shaking your fist, give it a thought, and then just continue?
No, I continue, just unbroken.
Okay. Seth leaves. Your plan is to go to the sanctuary. Valvin and Zinon, sorry, Valvet and Zinon. You would both know that the sanctuary has an infirmary separate to the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
It's not connected to the same building, which would make this team exercise a bit more difficult, if that's the way it's going to go. Because you would assume that the doctor would be in the infirmary, not in the sanctuary itself.
I'm glad that no one who knows the sanctuary pointed this out. So my plan is fundamentally flawed.
um,
I don't
It
know
would
that
appear so.
either.
It is not
I-
flawed because we can go into the main sanctuary and still ask about and figure out if the the medic, the doctor that is in question is actually in today. We do not know that.
That sounds like a terrific plan, brother. Let's fucking do it.
I feel like every time Johnny speaks, Zinon has a small mental breakdown inside.
Yeah.
His response time is getting slower and slower.
Currently, I'm eating, so
A well thought out excuse.
So, you do head to the sanctuary. The infirmary is on the very left when you go into the sanctuary area. But you plan on avoiding that altogether, correct?
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to the main sanctuary building.
Yep.
As many times seen on, you see Lizea at the reception office desk thing. She is still standing there. There's still a bit of paperwork, but it looks like the paperwork is going down in a very slow manner, I would guess. She sees the group walk in, because I presume you all walk in as a group.
Mhm.
Sinon, it's nice to see you again.
yeah. Hi, Lizira. It seems your mound has shrunken at least a bit since I last was here.
Oh, I do get on with my work when I need to.
Say, we would like to have some medical advice from a seasoned doctor. I've heard of an elf that is a few centuries old that might help us with our queries. Do you know if they are in today?
I believe they are in. I will double check the roster. She grabs a like a little checkboard. Yes, I believe Fenric Sable is who you're after.
That could be it. We just heard
Well, he
some
is our elven
passing words
doctor.
about him. We heard some passing words about an elven doctor that was very seasoned in the trade.
Well, he is in the infirmary. He's not here, so you'd have to go to the infirmary. Is there any other
Yes.
reason you're here? Are you wanting to talk to Creed?
I would like to have a chat with Creed, but I think our questions about that need to be medically answered should have priority right now.
Okay. I see you've got another esteemed member of your group.
Yeah, this is our temporarily new member.
Temporarily new member?
Yeah,
Isn't everything temporarily new? Any new thing is only new temporarily.
it's a temporary member that we have gotten for a short period of time, given that Wauvin was a bit under the weather.
I have to say, I don't
I'm
think
going
I've
to-
ever seen a dwarf with such skin complexity.
I'm gonna reach out my hand and introduce myself as Rita.
Rita? Okay.
Is your last name Marg?
No,
Is it Skater?
no, just Rita.
Well, Lady Rita, it's nice of you to come to the BlackWood Sanctuary. I assume Zinon is taking good care of you?
Aye, he is. Such a lovely chap.
He's a decent person. Could be better.
And in what capacity
I'm right
can I
here.
improve?
I'm right here.
Right, you know, if you was to take off the armor.
Fine. You do you, and I Xenon like turns on his heel and is like, "We have to go to the infirmary then."
I'm just saying it would give me a much better view.
I'm gonna like nudge him in the side, like with my elbow, just yeah.
So
Yes.
I am not interested in any relation, if that's what you. As I just storm off.
I'm just going to lean on the reception, like he's not interested now. Don't give up.
Well, I was just saying, you know, the view could be a lot better if it was in front of me.
I totally agree with you. As I'm just going to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing we have to leave with him because it doesn't seem like we have any opportunity to sneak by
Slip
at the
away.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you all go to the infirmary. Xenon leading the way, slightly grumpy, stomping his feet. His day can't get any worse.
Oh, it sure can.
Just you
Oh,
wait.
just you wait.
Watch this.
In the infirmary, it's busier than what it usually is. With the past attack a couple of weeks ago, there are still sanctuary staff members who are injured, who are recovering under the sanctuary's doctor. As there are many medical personnel in this building who are attending to the wounded. You do find eventually a door with a small plaque that has the name Fenric Sable on it.
Is it just me who's getting flashbacks here? Hearing that name?
Oh,
Thank God. Do you have a picture of Fenric?
You haven't seen him yet.
let's knock on the door so we can see him.
Yeah.
It.
We politely knock on the door. We are not barbarians.
I love
Dum,
the
dum, dum,
laugh,
dum.
by the way. Love it. Let me do one thing quickly. Because I don't have maps, so leave me alone.
But that's an app on the phone.
Shut up. Okay. So you knock on the door. You hear an old man's voice on the other side, saying to come in. And as you open the door, you see what appears to be a tall, lean, elven man, who is currently in his office. He's not sat down. He is currently looking at like a bookshelf. He has a slight forward hunch to him. When he turns to greet you all, you see the sharp angles along his face. Sort of a long, kind of fat-ish nose. Seemed to be broken at some point, you would say, and not very well put back. Quite some cheekbones, but he is old in his own sense and his own mind. He's also very much got very thin hair around the edges and along the back of his head, but he has no hair on the top either. As he slides a book back into his bookshelf as he sees 5 individuals walk in, who appear to be uninjured, and you shut the door, presumably behind you. I would assume.
I would assume so, yes.
And what will esteem 5 individuals who appear to be uninjured do in my office?
Ah, well, you see, we have some questions about some um extinct creatures.
Well, I am a medical genius, a scientific genius, but I would not say I'm a historic genius.
Right.
But you seem to have
but-
been around for a while, do you not?
I have.
Well, the matter is vampires, to be honest. And we are wondering, how did you used to deal with them before? I understand you may know something about that.
Vampires? That's a forbidden name currently in these areas.
Yes, we are taking a risk talking to you about it. But we are in a bit of a pinch.
The only one who denies their existence is the Grand Mage. I have been around long enough to know that extinct species can evolve, can de-evolve, and reappear.
Right. So these vampires, back in your time. What are we actually asking about here?
How do we kill them?
just
Oh, yeah.
in the middle
How-
of trying to say something. What are we talking about here, guys?
I mean, we know
I-
how
I-
to kill them. Yeah, well, the ones we
Yeah,
met,
well,
anyways.
If you just hit them enough, they will die. But is there a more effective way of disposing of them?
Also, I think we could ask Luck.
Yeah.
Let's start
So,
with that one.
well, let's begin with the easy question. How do you kill a vampire? If you face one. that is.
Hypothetically.
Well, vampires are dangerous creatures, most of which were killed a long time ago. A stake through the heart is one way. You could also kill them with silver blades. But the one effective measure is salt water.
Salt
What do you
water,
mean
say?
salt water?
Oh,
So you just splash it in them and they perish.
Well, back 300 odd years ago, there was an old myth that vampires can't pass over running water, so they couldn't cross a bridge that spans a river, for instance. Now, while crossing bridges doesn't faze them in the slightest, the truth of the myth stems from the salt water. Vampires have an extreme allergic reaction to the stuff, especially if it's ingested.
Right. So you would need to force feed them with this salt water to be able to use this as any kind of. Well, anyways, is there anything else that might work? Does, for example, holy water do anything, or?
Well, holy water also works, but it is a more expensive option, depending on your take.
That is true. It's a valuable resource.
When humanity discovered the saltwater weakness, it was very easy to be able to use it against them. It took us a while to figure it out that the coastal areas were always safer from vampires because of the salt water. They don't necessarily have to ingest it, but if they did, it would probably kill them outright. Of course, also decapitation works, but then again, decapitation works on most things.
All right, so we have silver blades, piercing them through the heart with a stake, salt water, and holy water as our options. Is there anything that can protect from these vampires? Is there anything that might give us protection if we would be attacked?
Unfortunately, there's no way to protect yourself from a vampire. If a vampire decides to bite you and feed from you or infect you, you become essentially its thrall. You are no longer your own mind, your own sense. It is a situation that is very much pain and agony, if I would have to say anything.
Is it immediate, or is there a way to counteract it before it fully completes? Like if you get it on about as early as you can.
Well, some people were able to be cured if they were able to be getting to in the 2 nights that they had an opportunity, but after the second night, the vampirism would take hold of the individual.
2 nights, right? And what would be the treatment for a vampire bite within 2 nights?
I believe the medical cure was a form of hemlock and wolfsbane. I believe.
Hmm.
It has been a long time since I was asked such a question.
Right, and regarding the vampires themselves, I understand that they, evolve through different stages.
Aye, that they do.
So do you know how long and how many stages there might be through such a process?
Vampires have very many stages. The first of which is when you become a wretch. These are beings that are unable to talk, unable to do anything other than what the master is willing to make them do. They are essentially soldiers on the battlefield that would follow their master's or queen's orders. In some rare circumstances, a vampire master may decide to skip that stage entirely and make them a spawn. But the wrench will eventually evolve into a spawn anyway. I believe the third stage is what we call a lesser vampire, and then there's the vampire lord, and then your master vampire. In any circumstances, a vampire wretch is usually an easy spot. These are people that go back to an animalistic stage of humanity itself. But a vampire spawn, or any of the above, could hide in plain sight. Spotting them can be quite difficult if you don't know what you're looking for.
Right, so what are the tells? Or do you have to go spray everyone with salt water? See.
No, you can't go around spraying everyone with salt water. Some people are actually genuinely allergic to it, oddly enough. But there are some telltale signs. Skin complexity, most of the time, goes paler for an individual, and anybody who decides that they do not like being exposed to sunlight is also a giveaway. Of course, if you see the 2 bite marks on the individual's body, that's also a pretty big giveaway. But, they tend to hide that, and that can be anywhere on any person's body at any time.
Well, this mixture of wolf's bane and
Hemlock.
hemlock, would that be like, would you put that into a potion? Dissolve in water? Do you have any like books you might recommend? If you or if you know exactly.
Just writing down some notes. The mixture of wolfsbane and hemlock is usually deadly to an individual like me or you, but because the vampire nature of undead, it seems to affect them differently. If you're able to mix the essences of either of those into a combined bottle, for example a vial, and have them be able to drink it, then the vampirism effects are reversed, bringing them back to being immortal, so to speak. However,
But
it's a very rare occasion to get one to come willingly.
yes, and if well, using it on someone who is, of course, just we wouldn't be 100% sure they were infected, and if they weren't, they'd be poisoned.
That would be correct.
Any like early symptoms we could use?
Early symptoms for what? What you?
For vampirism, like besides just being bitten.
Well, the earliest sign is quite literally becoming a wretch. That's pretty much it. Unless they're a
Okay.
spawn, in which case they're more part of humanity than you expect. But again, you'd have to look for the telltale signs. Paler skin, avoiding sunlight, avoiding coastal areas.
Okay. Well, I'm saying this more so, since we're going to be. Well, actually, wait. Never mind.
You can freely speak in my chambers. I do not associate myself with the Grand Mage.
Okay. Well, we might be fighting vampires, so if one of us gets bit, it'd be good to know when we might how we would know that we are for sure having symptoms and that it is time to use wolfbane and hemlock.
Are you positive you are fighting vampires?
Aye.
Do you still have the the heart and head?
You didn't say
Yeah.
you didn't say you took it back.
I didn't say I took it back. I just presented it and put it on the desk for.
I'm just gonna
That'd be
go
awesome.
quickly grab a drink because this voice is killing my throat. So give me 1 minute.
You only gotta remember to pick back up the head. Come on.
I mean, it's not that hard to make this kind of voice. You just put your thumb in your throat and just speak, and you make the signs.
I think it's more about.
It basically sounds like you've smoked a 20-pack a day for like 50 years. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I had a
Yeah.
mini fridge in my room and I only have to move like 2 feet. I heard everything.
Oh God. Hello.
Hey.
All future enemies now have 20 plus more hit points.
No.
Nah, just make their AC like impossible to beat.
Oh, good point.
Saving throws.
20 always, so it's not impossible. It's just hard.
Hardly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very unlikely.
I've had a bit to drink.
Mhm.
So you're sure you are fighting the vampires?
Aye.
We are certain.
Unfortunately, yes.
Vampires are very dangerous creatures. Very manipulative. Very secretive. Where are they in
Ye-
BlackWood exactly?
Oh, right, the sewer's right beneath us.
Mm.
Well, that's where we have seen them.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of them down there.
This is very
So,
concerning.
It is very
You
concerning. It
think?
was hard to sleep last night.
Back in my youth, I had a very big encounter with vampires, and I barely escaped with my life.
So, do you think that the solution now is to, pour salt in the streets, and that will then go into the ground? No, wait, that would poison all the water.
Well, it also
Should
stops
we-
snow from sticking, though, so that could be a benefit.
That is
Should
true.
we
Let's
go to
get
the
Winter-
sewer and salt the sewer water?
Winter is coming indeed, but I wouldn't recommend salting the streets just yet. Seems like a waste of salt to me.
Well, I mean, I think the bigger concern is the vampire thing.
But would it help if we salted the sewer water? Because the sewer water is waste either way.
So you are insinuating that we are telling everyone that it's good luck to salt their shit before flushing.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're in. Hold on, where's my calendar? We're in the 1100s, Chris. I don't think we have functioning toilets connected to sewer waste yet. Okay,
So
it's literally
have
just
sewers.
like.
actually,
Why do we have sewers?
Well, because people
well,
get
like,
rid
we
of
don't-
stuff.
So, okay, wait, what? Well,
I mean,
maybe there's like public bathhouses.
it highly depends on
gotta be
where we are
something.
in the world, because some
Yeah, if we're in
society used
Rome,
to have it.
Yeah, maybe I should have consulted with a plumber before I decided on having a sewer in my
Bruh.
city.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have actually. So that's highly
'Cause
possible.
learning about sewage history, that's part of the job, right?
I was
My
about to say, you have a sewage. What do you mean, no fucking toilets?
so the way I envision it in my head is people don't want smelly shit in their houses, so they take the buckets and put them in one place, which then goes into a sewer system. And there are several like entry points to that sewer system where people will throw shit.
Okay, but anyways, if
I
you
didn't
salt
I
your
didn't look it up
it-
beforehand. I was just like, I'm gonna have a sewer encounter and be done with it.
And then you have me.
You're
come
not
with
done
the
with
lecture.
it.
Don't question my
but-
sewers.
But anyway, bringing this culture of salting your shit before throwing it into the sewer system will anyways help, no matter how the sewer system works.
It would be if
So-
vampires ate or drink anything. They don't really eat or drink. If they do drink, it's
Well,
fresh blood.
they're kind of down there waiting in it, though, is the thing.
And you're positive of this?
Well, I mean, I don't think they aren't 24/7 waiting in it, but like they're in like very close proximity to the sewage. And if what you're suggesting is even like the, vague presence of salt water can hurt them, it probably wouldn't help them. We know they're also eating random rats down there. So if the rats drink the water and then the vampires eat the rats, they'll die?
Why would vampires be eating rats? Vampires don't need to
I don't know.
eat.
Ask them. They were the ones randomly infecting rats.
I kn-
Yeah, I assume that this rat thing we encountered probably also vampire based somehow.
Well, the rats were undead.
Yeah,
I suppose if rats were in close proximity of vampires, if they were ingesting vampire blood, it could inflict vampirism on the rats. They are rodents.
so in other ways, it's not because they were eating the rats, it's because the rats were eating their blood. Meaning
drinking.
that
Oh.
salt in the rats will not help the problem at all. But the rats might die.
I think also salting sewage water probably isn't the best time and effort. I would presume as soon as they realize they could not wade in their own shit, that they would eventually stop wading in their own shit.
Yeah, but that might offer a tactical disadvantage.
No, I agree actually. The tactical advantage here would be if we flood the sewers with salt water. We don't have that much water or salt.
Yeah, how
Um,
close are we to the coast?
Uh,
I don't think we're that close. Unless we have the time and effort to build a massive canal project.
uh,
we
you're
have 4
f-
days.
You're a few
Okay.
days off from the closest seawater.
Okay, so we just need to. Hmm.
Yeah,
So it would
there's an
essentially
app.
how long did it take for the Panama Canal to be built?
Maybe like a few years, decades, something like that. Listen, none of
Roughly
us are
10
engineers.
years. Roughly 10 years.
Yeah, and also
I
a
think
lot of people
maybe-
died.
And double it almost, I think.
Maybe that is not the best solution. We think of it. Um. Well, we will need to think about this, I think. But thank you for the valuable information.
Well, either way, I would wish you luck on your vampirism issues. Um, I don't think the Grand Mage will be much helpful for you. You're probably going to be on your own.
Yeah, that is our understanding as well. We are hoping some willing
It
people
doesn't-
might be able to help, but either way,
What is-
thank you for your help.
Do you have any idea why the Grand Mage has such a weird thing with vampires?
The Grand Mage himself is a fool. To be
Oh.
blunt about it. I do not personally agree with the things he needs to do or wants to do. I personally have disagreed with him on many occasions, which is why I will probably no longer be working here after the coronation.
Oh.
And
So if
you're
you're
sure
not-
this does not have anything to do with recent news that there might be vampires in the sewer?
Oh, probably more than likely. Gyud is a specific man. He's annoying, and he's stubborn. And if he believes that vampires are dead, and he believes that they cannot come back from the dead once they are dead, then they do not exist to him.
Did we ask him anything about that amulet thing, or do you think no?
Very tough question. That's a bit of a touchy subject, I would say.
Okay. Sedna's also just kind of whispering that maybe secretly. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say lowering his voice a little bit. And
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it will not. Any? I think that's most of my questions. That'll be quite
yeah,
helpful.
I feel like I've been asking this doctor out quite well here. Shall we
Who's-
move on to our next?
I was about to ask, do you have a daughter? But I think I'm going to just leave it.
What?
I mean, ask whatever you
What?
want.
Maybe
I'm
not
not-
that.
Yeah, no.
I know why he wants to ask it.
Yeah. Would you say I should ask it, Mr. DM?
I'm not going to influence your decision here.
I'm just going to leave it. I need to let it go.
All right, so
Stop
we
it.
leave, I
Get some
guess.
help.
Sorry, John, what did you say?
Just stop it. Get some help.
Uh,
Okay.
So,
Well,
like,
I think maybe
any
I'll-
chance that we could be of assistance here in the infirmary?
I doubt it, unless any of you have the ability to heal.
Well, in a matter of fact, I do. I channel my lay on hands. And just to visually show him the holy light in my hand.
I see. I don't know if that would help the wounded individuals in my infirmary, as they are emotionally damaged as much as they are physically. And we have done as what we can to heal the physical wounds, but mentally and emotionally, scars are much longer.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You like looking at Valvet.
Nah. So, no need for assistance. That's fine. Would you know where the Grand Mage resides today? That given he was promoted recently, and I assume there are some moving about in the sanctuary given the attack that was.
Well, from what I know, the Grand Mage has taken explicit control of the situation until the situation has calmed down. Until he decides it has calmed down, he is the Grand Mage. He does not have to look for Council of Elders until he decides. Unless, of course, a more powerful hand stepped in to prevent that from happening, but that probably won't happen for another week or so, I think.
So
Is
you're
someone in this
referring
room
to the
eating chips?
coronation?
Okay, two voices, one at a time. Let's go with Sedna first.
Your thing was real. I just heard someone eating chips.
That's Johnny because he's fat. What did you say,
Very
John?
verbal
That's
chip
the
eating.
mutes.
Now he's a shy fat.
I can be a proud fat as well.
Yeah, but you're not. What did you say, John?
So you're referring to the coronation that someone, the new queen, would stop whatever the Grand Mage is doing?
Yes, I am. I know that Serafina isn't a particular fan of the Grand Mage. To be fair, I don't think anyone is really his fan.
Hmm.
How did he get in power then?
Because the two councils died.
But
Okay,
how
so-
did he originally?
So given that you are I would assume the head of the infirmary, am I correct in that assumption?
I am the head doctor of this infirmary, I am, but I am also the doctor for the Arya family as well.
So would Did you, by any chance, inspect the fallen from the attack on the sanctuary?
I did. I was the first to bring up the vampiric bites, and I was also the first to get my head bitten off because of it. Not that I care too much. I've been doing the same thing for 40 years with him, so.
So did you notice, especially on the previous Grand Mage or the other elders in specific, were they bitten or were they ended in other ways?
The two councils of elders appear to have been unfortunately cut across the throats. There were also bite marks on them, but I would presume it was feeding after the killing. I could be wrong.
Suspicious.
So
Yeah.
could a Thurid have done that? Like cutting their throat? Could he have been in on the vampire stuff?
Oh, getting into that area now, are we? Traitorous Grand Mage! I do not know if the Grand Mage is a traitor, but if he is, there is no evidence to suggest that currently.
Also, it should be noted that the vampires we encountered down there were not the throat slitting type, more the throat like gouging type. They were not precise.
Yeah, that's why I'm very curious to why the throats were slit.
Because that would imply that whatever killed the Grand Mages was not just vampires, doing vampire stuff. It was an actively intelligent person who was set about killing just those two council members. Even if the Grand Mage isn't involved with it, whoever killed the other two council members, like, is there any sign that what was the current Grand Mage's name again? Or I forgot.
Third Guild.
Was there any attempt on Thurid's life that you know of?
The Grand Mage said he was attacked, but he fought off the attackers. There's no evidence to suggest that there's any form of scrapes or bruises across his body, but I did also not inspect his body. He refused inspection, refused any form of care.
That is strange. Do you know of Thurid being? I mean, he's a Grand Mage, so I assume he is quite powerful, presumably.
The Grand Mage has the ability to rule over BlackWood and its laws, including introducing
like-
new laws.
I meant like as a combat wise, like him fighting off multiple vampire zone. Is that realistic, knowing him, or?
I have known the Grand Mage for a long time. He is also an elf, although younger than me. I do not remember hearing any form of reports about his combat prowess. I do not know if he served in any form of army. All I know is he said he was defending himself from the attackers. He refused medical attention and continued to do his job.
It's not a great look.
If you think you have any form of evidence to suggest this theory of yours, I would suggest taking it to Seraphina herself. She may not be coronated yet, she may not have power yet, but when she does, it will give her even more power to get rid of him.
Well, yeah, I'm not accusing him of anything. I don't have evidence. It's just I agree with the idea that it is everything involving him is a bit suspicious.
Very sus indeed.
He's the imposter.
Boom.
So, we'll take this information to Serafina, and hopefully she can do something. Or we could do that, and we could inform both Creed and Lysira. Maybe they have some vote in what goes on in the sanctuary. I highly doubt it, but
From what I know of the rules of the sanctuary, is that votes happen from the public's perspective. Not completely public, of course. Some public opinions are pretty stupid. I believe most of the votes come from inside the sanctuary itself. If the Grand Mage was to be denounced from his role as the Grand Mage, then that would leave 3 spots for the sanctuary. And those 3 spots would have to be filled with people that could be trusted to fill the role.
That
have
sounds
you
like
tried to fill that role?
I am an old man. I may have maybe 300, 400-ish years left of my life. I do not plan to sit on some chair and command other people to do things for me. I'm just a medical genius, scientific genius.
And a vampire genius.
Well, I just have knowledge of vampires because I'm old enough.
You say 400 years like it's a short time.
Time is relative depending on the species at hand.
Right.
So you don't want that.
No,
Because it would be nice to have someone sane in the room. Like sane in the board of elders.
I suspect by the time the coronation is done that Serafina will ask me to be her personal medical chief in-house. I do not expect to be in the sanctuary's employment for long, and thus I do not care for the sanctuary.
Okay, fine. So, but we can recommend people for a seat as elder or a seat in the sanctuary as people of the city. Am I right in that?
If you have some form of standing with the sanctuary, I believe you would.
Not much of standing, but I have built at least some reputation with the sanctuary.
Depending on the circumstances, I suppose you might be asked to put your vote in. There's not a lot left of sanctuary staff, after all.
You have a point. But okay, given we are so close, like we would just at the sanctuary, shouldn't we maybe go back and inform the people we already have relation with about what we now have gotten answered? Question to the group.
Hmm.
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm thinking.
I was gonna let someone else input.
I mean, it could be risky depending on who we speak to, considering that some of them might get, Portus, kill us.
Hmm. I'm gonna pull you a little to the side. I don't disagree with you, but nor do I completely agree with you on this one. It's a very risky move to just tell people whatever information we are able to gather.
If we could at least tell maybe Kree, because he utterly despises Thurid.
That is true. That is true. And you personally know him quite well. Yet for some reason, he despises me. I don't know why.
You have a rather spiky personality.
I'm just gonna chuckle
Understatement
at
of
that
the
comment.
century, may I add?
Yeah, I'm just gonna chuckle at that statement. Yeah, I kind of get where you're going. Yeah, no, I agree with that. But maybe I think we should leave it at that.
So, at least Kree. Maybe Lucira could be persuaded away from the main desk to inform about something like this. I believe she would have some understanding.
I'm just gonna quickly go to the toilet, but you continue to
Mhm.
roleplay.
So,
Once again, I kind of agree with you, but I think it's a dangerous game we're playing right now.
Well, if it gives us the cover we need to slip that amulet out, maybe we don't need to return.
That is also very true. Yes, let's tell Lassier as well.
like, I'm not fond of the idea, but given that Lucira has at least given some interest in my being, I could probably be of help. I'm not sure how, but I could probably be of help.
That is true. She does seem quite fond of you. In a weirdly sexual manner.
I am celibate. I am celibate. I am celibate.
For now. Guys.
For now.
Yes, for now. But okay, let's tell Reed and Lassier, and let's see what happens.
What are we telling them?
I'm back. What have I missed? What's the consensus? What's going on?
You missed everything.
Ah,
So
fuck.
much went down.
All right, game server. I'll see you all next week.
Yep. I love how you still have the voice.
Yeah, it's sort of with me now because it's in the back of my throat and it's sore. So I'm just every now and again I just become old man.
So, Zinon at least wants to tell Lucira and Kree, firstly Kree, about what we have learned, and then maybe Lucira after.
Okay.
If Zinon is able to get Lucira away from the main desk for a few minutes to talk about that.
Okay. Do you want to give me a history check really quickly?
A history check.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Oh my days.
So history would be now in 19.
Okay. For 19, first of all, you remember that Lysia is head administrator for the sanctuary. As head administrator, part of her job is to bring, I guess, information in one way or form to the Grand Mage. She deals with an awful lot of other things as well. But she has basically the direct communication with the Grand Mage if necessary. She can walk into his chambers. She could walk into the meeting room at any given time to provide information to the Grand Mage or to any council member, for that matter. I would say you also remember her saying that she wishes she was something more than just the head administrator. Never specifically saying she wanted to be a council member, but she always kind of thinks that her talents are wasted as a receptionist, essentially.
Okay.
So we're actively plotting a coup, it sounds like.
Sounds like it.
Wauvin is down.
Yeah, well,
The
first
vet.
order of business is to
Well,
get that cursed medallion out of there. And
Yeah, I feel
then
like
we
I'm kinda
can...
distracted from that.
The first thing to get away is the head administrator, who is in like the middle of the entrance of the sanctuary, because if we do stuff in the sanctuary, she will see what has been done.
That is a fair point. So, her first, and then we find this millet.
So
Hmm.
my proposal is that I try to get Lysira to maybe go on a lunch date.
Ah, yeah. I was about to suggest you were going to, show yourself to her. But that also works. That works.
Sounds like it's either a lunch date or a brothel date, and I'm not too sure which one.
Combined. They're gonna
Is
do
he,
both.
is he a male
Lunch
escort?
and brothel. Okay.
Can be a
Are
large
you
serving of-
whispering this at all?
No, we are still
No.
in the closed office of Fennec
Just all-
Sable.
Old man Fenric Sable just at his office desk. I'm sure I can persuade others that I heard nothing. Dementia and everything.
Yeah, we have put our full trust in you, Dr. Sable. So we do not expect you to keep shut or to go squabble about, but we would prefer you to not speak of this. Given the circumstance, of course.
Given the circumstances, I understand. But my loyalty lies with Seraphina, not with the Grand Mage. I don't think you have to worry
Okay.
about me opening my mouth. Even if I did, I don't think the Grand Mage would listen.
Okay.
Great news.
Do you drink?
Are you asking Fenric that?
Yeah.
I haven't drunk for about 400 years. I made a
Okay.
vow to only heal individuals that I would not hurt or harm in any way. And I
How
kind
old
of
are you?
feel that drinking is part of that vow. I sort of stopped at that point. So,
How old were you again?
not
It's
too
under
sure
one.
how I should feel about being asked how old I am, but I am close to 700.
That's a very respectable age.
I appreciate it, but I'm too old to let flattery get you somewhere, so
Okay, so I think we should then just go.
Yeah, let's try to get you that date.
Okay, and that's when we'll end it.
Aw.
With the final words.
let's go get you that date.
So,
Dun, 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 dun,
so
dun.
Chav, are you getting PTSD from this?
I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. I pushed it out of my mind.
Is it the relationship PTSD or is it the Sable PTSD?
Oh no, I don't care about Sable. It's